Getting every Minecraft achievement is extremely challenging, which is why people say that they've beaten the game once they do. But there's just so much left in Minecraft. And I found an achievement pack which actually makes you do everything. It's called Blazing Caves, and it brings 1,033 new achievements, which we're going to start with one of the coolest. It is called I Am Loot, the opener of chests. It requires us to open every single variation of every single chest from every structure in the game. Starting with the first, the Cauldron Villager chest. The second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 30. That montage you just saw took me a real-life day to record. And I didn't know it at this point, but this was the start of a journey full of absurd challenges and things that will push me to my absolute limits over the next several months. For example, did you know that there are 105 types of villagers? Go ahead and cure all of them. Or did you know that you can fight raids in the end? Well, how about you do that while also fighting the Wither and Ender Dragon at the same time without taking damage? Less than 0.00007% of Minecraft players have ever beaten this pack. And I'm going to try to become one of those people. So we gotta get started somewhere, and I'm thinking we just go for any free achievements we can and get that counter as high as we can. Which, by the way, the reason it's already there is because of all the free achievements I got when opening up the chests and the normal Minecraft achievements, which I already had. All right, so here's some I already found, like taking all my tools out of my box. Those are all for perfect enchantments. And how about summoning 10 withers at once? Oh my gosh. Just kidding, it's not that hard. Because in my last episode, we made this wither killing machine, which always just holds 24 withers. Okay, so this achievement wants me to have a full inventory of totems. I have so many totems from my raid farm that it's so free. Immortal Super. Okay, and this has got to be a joke, guys. These are supposed to be hard. 64 nether stars, easy. 64 beacons, easier. A stack of dragon heads. We're just too good at this game. Got everything. And if we continue at this rate, we're going to be done with the video in like 6 minutes. A stack of skeleton heads, creeper, and zombie. Yo, that's so cool that the item rewards are the infinity stones. We're gonna be making so many Thanos references in this video. I just hope we stay balanced with all the joking. And now, after getting quite a few more simple achievements, it was here that I broke my toe on the edge of this desk where my setup currently is. You see, this might feel a bit random, but my friends and I are in this cabin in Colorado, square in the middle of the woods. How exactly did we get here? We drove. Come on, guys. We've been over this. How else are you supposed to get places? The better question to ask is, why are we here? And that's because this is a huge pack, and I figured that to ensure we have the longevity required to finish and become one of those few people, I'm gonna take some breaks to live life a little bit. So spend a day on Blazing Caves, and the next, well...
We're here at the top of Mount Everest. The altitude is 36,000 feet. I'm just kidding. We're at Keystone.
Our next super challenge is going to be to have 50 wardens within 100 blocks of the player. Oh my gosh. And a little heads up, this achievement is actually glitched. You have to be much closer to the wardens to get it. All right, so let me explain the strategy. And for this, we are going to be bringing back an old friend.
Step 1. Start by building a machine and cage next to the deep, dark shriekers. This is where we will contain all 50 wardens. Step 2. We need to somehow spawn the wardens without being too close to the shriekers, which is why arrows are perfect.
Thanks, Morgan. So as I get all the materials for the warden, I'm gonna say it right here, we are officially going to make this a speed run, and my goal will be to finish all of Blazing Caves in under 1,000 days. So we'll see if that's possible. Now, once I had everything, I went way out in the nether to get to a new part of my world to attempt the achievement. As I flew searching for a deep dark, I came across a llama, which I then tamed. Oh, you're not the level 5 llama. Man, that's unfortunate. We have a really challenging achievement for getting a max level llama, which we'll have to go for later. Now, eventually, I found a good spot. What the heck? This cave is massive. You can literally see berries growing constantly because there's so many. You know what? There's an achievement for killing one of these. And axolotl. What? This is actually so cool. All right, here we go. This is where we will spawn the 50 wardens. So let's firstly make the machine. Oh, okay. Hello there. This whole pack is gonna cure my fear of the deep dark. Whoa, oh my gosh, I got 2 achievements from killing that one warden. So basically, we're gonna be shooting the shriekers, and that's gonna spawn the wardens, which they'll then be lured into the cage. Okay, so it's been a sec, and we have a couple wardens now, and I wanna get a little mini achievement called House of Freaks for being within 16 blocks of 5 wardens. Just gonna... Nice. Okay, dude, this method is too good, but it's gonna take a while. I've been doing this for a little while now, and I'm pretty certain we have way more than 50 wardens in there. And I'm also definitely closer than 100 blocks, right? You know what? I could just fly in there and then try to quickly leave, but dude, come on, come on. Yes. Okay, leave. Okay, that was stressful, but we got the super challenge. That is 11 of 40 done. Also, from completing the harder challenges, we get these item rewards, which I'll be saving in these chests here. Let me know if someday it'd be cool to make a museum showing off all these. All right, so what are we gonna target next? I'm honestly enjoying these super challenges. What if we... Oh my freaking gosh. You want to know why you've never seen someone make a video on this pack? Well, this achievement right here. Because not only do you need to collect every item and block in the game, but also a stack of every item and block in the game. Just pause and think about that for a second. Netherite blocks, armor trims, heavy cores, conduits. These could literally each be their own videos, but we're gonna have to get them all if we want to finish this pack. And there are 872 in total, so we better just get started, and I'm gonna begin with all the acacia woods. There we go, those are all the acacias, and I'm gonna repeat this for the rest of the woods. And I figured now would be a good time to begin collecting 64 of the sniffer and turtle drops, because these take a while and they can just be going in the background. All right, so we got 60 out of 872 stacks of blocks collected so far. Gosh, this is gonna take a while. You know what they say, no chain, no gain. At least that's what I said at the gym when I tried to bench my PR and then almost died. Now we're at 79 of 872. I think my goal for today is going to be 500 if that's even possible. Okay, dirt, acacia saplings, breed the turtles, azalea leaves, bamboo, birch, cherry, turtles, cherry leaves, warped woods, crimson woods, diamonds, which we can just mine up from my beacon at spawn. Sweet. And I gotta say, us going for this one large achievement is actually gonna be pretty helpful for the entire pack, because we're just getting a ton of easy free achievements while we're doing this. Seriously, since we started this video, we've already gotten like 300 achievements. So many that to save on time, I have to show them all quickly like this. By the way, while we're out here at spawn, we might as well get the stack of netherite blocks while we're here. And this is a very important part of the video, because getting a stack of netherite blocks yields an optional achievement. Technically, to beat Blazing Caves, you don't have to get this one because of how grindy it is. But I'm a mad lad, and in my opinion, to count beating Blazing Caves, I gotta get all of these optional ones as well, which technically will put us in a smaller group of people than the 0.00007% who have just beaten all the required achievements.
Hello there. I somehow ended up inside of this massive gorge. This is me, Wunba. I'm in the future right now. I feel pretty good at this point working on the video. But what I didn't know at the time is that there is a very good reason why the optional achievements are, well, optional.
I got a netherite block as an item reward. That is sick. You know what? Let's also just get the stack of netherite ingots while we're here. I'm actually so proud of that one, because getting that beacon took me hundreds of hours, and I finally feel validated. Next, a stack of every ore. We're gonna start with what we got in storage: copper, redstone, lapis, deep slate lapis, emerald, diamond, deep slate diamond, deep slate copper. This is just too easy. Someone has got to stop me.
Why did I say that?
We're now at 161 stacks collected, not bad. And in getting all those, we got quite a few random achievements. I next decided to go through this stone hall and just get one of every stack to try to check off as many items as possible. All right, looks like we got to cook up a few things at the super smelter. There we go. And this whole time, I just kept collecting the items with the sole thought fueling my motivation, knowing that one day at the end of this project, I would be one of the few people. And with that thought, I kept getting random achievements as I picked up a stack of everything. 64 bells, more blocks, achievements, every single concrete and concrete powder, which we can easily get by converting them at the concrete converter. Yeah, it took a genius to predict where I was going with that one. Well, okay, it's been a minute. Next thing we gotta target are all 72 waxed and unwaxed copper block types. So for that, we're gonna start with getting enough copper for everything, which isn't gonna be that bad because in past videos, we made this quarry, which already has a ton of raw copper. And then in the black hole video, we made this super smelter, which I can just dump all of it into, and in like 2 minutes, we get 9 shulkers of ingots back. Nice. Let's just craft all the doors and trapdoors we'll need, and we'll place these up here in the nuclear base to begin oxidizing. After collecting a few more random things, I also started up a honeycomb farm to begin getting enough wax for everything before closing out day 4 of recording at exactly 537 stacks of 872. We're back. I'm feeling so ready to grind out some achievements today. I coincidentally got an achievement called Out for a Stroll, which you get by walking 10 kilometers. And at that point, I remembered there's another achievement called 65 hours for walking 1,000 kilometers. How we will get that, I have no clue. I'm low-key worried. Anyways, I began the day by getting a stack of all the corals, placing them in the nuclear base, waiting for them to dry, and then mined them all up again. I accidentally mined a cobblestone in the floor, which caused me to fall to the bedrock. And I don't know, guys, this pack is really tough. I'm just feeling at my lowest, my rock bottom. With us already at 473 achievements, I found that I was having a good time. But if you would like to make my life not so great, then I will make a deal. If we can get this video to 200,000 likes, I'll go run a marathon. I don't know. Why not? I need to go outside, so I'll record it for proof. Okay, so I'm gonna have to harvest these a lot to get enough honeycomb for the copper, but this is a good start. And actually, looking at some of our trapdoors, they are already oxidized. We, of course, need 64 of every level, so I'll just mine up what we got so far. And it was here that for the first time in this challenge, Mr. Wandering Trader appeared. Oh man, I wish I saved this guy. We are making some serious progress into this super challenge. Next, I want to get 64 of all the villager workstations. We're going to start with getting this gravel, which we can use a Fortune 3 shovel on to guarantee flint. Oh, sweet. And there we are, the fletching tables. And here are the rest. Next, 64 of all the terracottas. Mine some more oxidized trapdoors, harvest the beehives, breed the sniffers, and collect all their drops. And the whole shebang. There is a lot of multitasking involved. We are now at 657 stacks of blocks collected so far. As I collected the final woods, it was here that the true scale of this challenge was beginning to settle in. We are just targeting one of the 1,155 total achievements, and it had already taken me 2 full days. It's not like I was going through this slowly. It's just that there was so much to do. I had already done most of the easy items. To show you, for example, to get a single block checked off, like the copper bulbs, I had to go to the Nether Fortress, farm blazes for 20 minutes, come back, craft them, place them, wait for them to oxidize, mine each level, then wax each level. That's just copper bulbs. And it just goes to show the amount of effort that went into this. I was at 720 stacks of blocks collected when I went to go get all the flowers. I got all the anvils, the redstones, more plants, began to mine up beehives for a stack of all of them, got dead bushes, cherry items, cobwebs, glow lichen, which gave me the like and subscribe achievement. Wait a second. That reminds me, we are so close to 2 million subscribers. I'm racing my friend Jaren there, and unfortunately, if we lose, my cats are gonna be so sad. So this is war! Let's band together and let's beat Jaren! Okay. Anyways, we got some drip leaves, pink flowers, mud items. I was at 762 stacks. Gilded blackstone, melon blocks, vines, mined the coppers. As I finished mining the coppers, I realized we had gotten all of them oxidized to the proper levels, which meant I could finally wax all of them. And that gave me the tedious achievement, Sly Copper, the Copper Heist. Collect a stack of every oxidizing stage of copper, cut copper slabs, stairs, and the waxed variants of them all. I just did that.
Having already spent 15 hours recording this video, I thought that I was in the home stretch with this achievement. But no, This is where things were about to ramp up.
64 piglin heads. Oh my gosh. Now let me ask you, how do you plan to get 64 piglin heads? That means you need 64 charged creepers and 64 piglins. Keep in mind, the piglins cannot go to the overworld. Yup, this is by far one of the most tedious items for the super challenge. And now this is where we gotta come up with a game plan.
Wunba really seems to like the narrator skits. Step 1. Build a big platform in the nether, which will be used to spawn piglins on. Step 2. Name, tag, and capture 24 piglins in a small cage to be stored for later. He'll repeat this a few times.
Sweet, we got this little spot with 24 piglins.
Yes, I just told them. You don't have to repeat me.
Yeah, I know, but...
Wunba, I just told them.
We got piglins.
Stop. Come on. It's not funny. This is disrespectful at this point.
Man, that would be certain death for me if I fell in there. All right, and now with some piglins stored, we'll just have to wait for a thunderstorm to begin getting charged creepers. So let's not waste any time and just get back to collecting. As you can see, I have been busy with breeding these sniffers, and now I think there are enough that we shouldn't place any more of the eggs. We'll just save them until we have a stack. Cool, next, gonna get Crine Obby, gonna make a stack of respawn anchors, gonna finish up every type of slab, seagrass, turtle eggs. That is 800 stacks of blocks collected. Only 72 to go. Pitcher pods, pitcher plants, chorus flowers. We're missing some crimson grass, small nether sprouts, jungle saplings, dried kelp blocks, raw gold, and iron blocks. Gonna harvest our beehives, and finally, now have enough wax to make 17 stacks of candles, one of each color. 826. Finally for today, wither roses. Dude, this is crazy. It's been another full day of collecting. So I will see you all tomorrow. It's actually the afternoon now. My friends and I went downtown and hung out for a little while. And yes, for anyone wondering, I am 3 foot 8 inches of pure muscle, testosterone, and manly. Anyway, today I'm gonna start with one for getting a stack of all skulk related blocks, which I'm hoping won't be too tough to get because of our Warden switch here. This makes them not able to spawn, and began to mine up all the shriekers, catalysts, sensors, vines, and skulk I could find. After which, as I made my way home, I got a couple of quick achievements like gold mine for entering a mine shaft in a mesa, and Houston, we have a problem, for going over 1,000 blocks in the air. And this may seem like a lot, but
later in the video, I will be launching myself over 670,000 blocks up in the air for another achievement.
as I flew home, this is where something tragic happened. Because I was in render distance of my map room, the 8,000 maps being loaded there caused my game to lag. Yeah, no joke, Sherlock. And as I went to land, dude, I literally could have just died there because of lag. I hadn't popped a totem in like 1,000 days. So we're back now with all the skulk, and the final one we have to craft is the calibrated skulk sensor, which we can make just like this. Dude, I just love the names of these achievements. The creator of Blazing Caves is actually so creative. And that gets us to 836 stacks. Let's just get the next few quickly. Gosh, this is such a pain in the glass. I can see all the missing blocks. That is crazy. This is a tough one that I won't go too in depth with, but every stage of geode crystal. And we can get these in the ocean, but it is gonna be tedious as heck. So we'll also do it while going around our world and picking up all the beehives we'll need. 860, only 12 stacks to go. A stack of man-made beehives, 11 to go. Deep slate coal ore, 10 to go. By the way, we have to get a stack of conduits as well. So while I'm out here searching for everything, let's make sure to pick up all the Heart of the Seas we can. Nice, that is a start. I have to get 63 more. And you know what? We should also get a stack of the suspicious gravel and sand while we're here. This is our second optional achievement that we're gonna target. It's probably optional because of how tedious and slow it is, but that does not matter. I still gotta get it. Boom! Ha ha ha! Dude, look at that. It gives you 505 experience, which is also sus. There it is. Dude, that's literally an optional achievement I just got. As I made my way home after getting that one, it was here that finally, after playing Blazing Caves for over 20 hours, we got our first thunderstorm. Oh my gosh. I logged out of the world to turn off the mob switch and began spawning the creepers. Please, we just need to strike as many of these guys as possible and then name tag them just like that. Oh, okay. Oh, that was close. Oh, I got a ton of creepers. That was such a good thunderstorm. I'm just praying that we got 64 so that we can get all the piglin heads. As I spent hours mining crystals and collecting all the buried treasures, slowly but surely, the final goal of hitting the super challenge was growing closer. I got the frequent flyer achievement for going 1,000 kilometers by elytra. I killed a drowned with a shell and realized that for a stack of conduits, I would need 8 stacks of shells, but we're gonna put that off for later. Halfway through the hearts, I found a flower forest and mined up all the hives I found there. 10,000 jumps, hours spent, day 15,150. I collected amethyst shards. As the final stack grew closer, each block collected was a milestone of its own. The anticipation was growing. I was proving to myself that I had what it took to complete these grueling challenges. Yo, look at that. Torch God's Favor. That's a Terraria reference, and we only have 7 stacks to go. I got achievements for the biomes, achievements for the structures, until finally, after hours of repetition, I got the final few hearts. Wow, this challenge is really starting to ramp up. I felt the grind there, but we got 42 hearts here, and I'm pretty sure that with what we got back at base, this means we have 64. And yes, we do. Okay, wow, that's just another super challenge like that. Let's go. And just after that, another thunderstorm began, and I made sure to get more charged creepers just in case. And this is a good point to mention that I have only been collecting the blocks. We still need a stack of every item as well, but we don't want this video to be 3 hours, 54 minutes, and 34 seconds, 35 seconds, 36 seconds long. Oh my gosh. So instead of showing all the items individually, let's do them in a nice, quick montage. Oh, we need to kill the bees so we can get a stack of the hives, because right now they just don't stack. And that's 64 eggs. Nice. Keys. Oh my gosh, wait a second. We have to make a stack of every armor trim. Doing the math on that, if each armor needs 7 diamonds and there are 19 different armor trims, then that one achievement will require 8,512 diamonds. What the heck? You know what? We're gonna put that off till later. Scoot, lodestones, and I already have a bunch of extra netherite ingots here, so that shouldn't be an issue. Quickly gathering all the stacks of raw and cooked food. Oh wow, that's gonna be nice. We need a stack of rabbit's feet, and getting even 1 rabbit foot is a 1 in 10 chance, so that means 640 rabbits have to die. I made a little rabbit farm. We'll be breeding these guys up as we get all the other items. Oh my gosh, 64 poisonous potatoes. And we went skiing again, but you don't care, so let's just get to the next day. I started day 10 by getting all the banner patterns and wasting about 50 wither skulls doing so, as I accidentally shift crafted them. Oh well. Got the globe pattern from the villager trading hall, got the fish buckets, more fish, 18 stacks of items away from finishing the achievement, got the rest of the patterns, which gave me fruit of the looms.
I was definitely starting to lose it a little bit, but trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that I almost got arrested because of this video.
Who needs cars anyways? Thankfully, we only need to get a single stack of potion-tipped arrows, not every combination of them. armadillo scoot, respawn compasses, ancient debris, and netherite scrap. Jeez, everybody, that was a ton of collecting. For me, it was like 30 hours cut down to however many minutes this video is gonna be. But wow, we are finally finished with all the simple items, as we'll call them. Now we get to move on to the more complex ones. For example, ominous bottles. You see, I have a raid farm that broke. It used to get me millions of emeralds as well as other items, but as of 1.21, when the raid mechanics changed, we can no longer use it, meaning it will not give us the bottles. So we're gonna instead follow this tutorial, which is easy enough. Firstly, we have to collect all the items required. And we're gonna build the farm here at this outpost. Overall, the farm was pretty simple to build. Make some walls, pillager killing spots, storage, and clear out the entire outpost. The more challenging portion was flattening of the surrounding land. We need about 32 blocks in every direction cleared so that the maximum spawns can occur. So I spent a good couple of hours flattening the land. Midway through, I saw that the beehives I had placed earlier were finally empty. I have no clue what happened to all the bees. They just disappeared. On an unrelated note, this now means that we have enough hives to get a full stack. Wow, there we go. That was a grindy block to collect. And with the bee achievement finished, it was just a couple more minutes and achievements before the ominous bottle farm was completed. I am not gonna lie, I am starting to get tired of going for these super challenges, so I'm gonna take a little break while we AFK this farm, and all the pillagers in the meanwhile will funnel to the middle where they're gonna get killed on the campfires and we get their bottles. Let's see. Yes. Okay, we definitely got enough. Omniscient. Oh my gosh. Only 2 more stacks of items, then we get that super challenge. At this point, I was just targeting random missing things. I used the wiki to tell me what structures to loot, and in doing so, I managed to get all the missing pottery shards. However, because of this, I made my first real mistake of the challenge. You see, there are 4 achievements granted for collecting all the items in the game. 1 for each block, 1 for each item, 64 for each block, and 64 for each item. I had been purposefully trying to not collect any of these until the end because I thought it would be cool to get them all at once. However, by collecting the final missing pottery shard, I accidentally got the last item for the all the items super challenge. Ironic that I'm kind of sad about getting a super challenge accidentally. Anyways, I didn't let this ruin the vibe because I figured this would be a good time to go for the stack of Piglin heads, and that was gonna be exciting. All right, everybody, I gave this some thought. Here's my plan for the heads. We're gonna start by setting up some portals out here in the plains. And if we link all these up, then we're just on the ceiling, which is perfect. Now, what we're gonna do is release one of the piglins we captured earlier, just like that. And he's gonna follow me all the way over towards our creeper. Explode. Yes, okay, yes, let's go. That is our first head. Oh man, this is gonna take a while. Oh, dang, no, we just wasted a creeper. Okay, perfect, that is 3 now. We got 5 now. Okay, no. This is not gonna work. If we keep at this rate, I will be a grandpa before we finish, and I don't even have kids, so I have no idea how that's even possible. Let's instead bring a bunch of piglins over at once. This should save some time with going back and forth. What the heck? This is hilarious. What?
Slowing down and making a plan for this achievement was already saving me a ton of time. And this was going to be a strategy that I would apply to the rest of the challenge. Oh my gosh. It is so hot out here. I'm feeling pretty good.
I also figured that instead of bringing 1 creeper at a time to the ceiling, we could bring several through on each trip to the overworld to help cut down on the time going through the portals. By using this method, I was quickly able to get the first 28 heads in just about 45 minutes. But after collecting all the remaining piglins I would need, it was at this point that we unfortunately ran out of charged creepers. So we'll just have to wait for another thunderstorm to finish up the stack. This just goes to show how tedious this pack is. But don't get me wrong, I love this kind of challenge. It has been so fun so far, and we haven't even targeted the rest of the categories yet. Now, we're getting very close to finishing up the supers. I've been breeding and killing the rabbits. We almost got all 64 rabbit feet. And looking at the remaining
Wunba quickly went through his storage, collecting all the required items for the farm. Step 2. Find a large enough river biome to create the farm in. It's crucial that it's large enough to fit the entire farm so that the rates are at their maximum. Step 3. Begin setting up the outline of the farm.
Thanks, Morgan. Really appreciate it.
Anytime, Wunba.
So this is the outline of the farm. Basically, all the soul sand is going to be water, and on the magma, we'll be building the portal. So, oh shoot, that's sweet. Ancient Kung Fu Master. Did I ever tell you guys that was my nickname in middle school? And there we go. That is the whole floor, and wow, this is going to be a huge farm. So now we got to pillar up to where the water is going to be. 100 days already? Oh my gosh, 900 to go. And then we have to make the outline for placing our water in. I pretty much just followed the tutorial to make the portals and the entire upper section. Man, I gotta admit, it's kind of fun making farms and stuff without using Lightmatica. Now, we have to flood this whole area with water source blocks. It can't just be flowing water or the drowns won't spawn. And the way we do this is by placing alternating ice and dirt like this. It's a pretty repetitive process, but not something a couple of Mr. Ballin episodes can't get me through. Now we just have to mine all the dirt. That is so satisfying. What? So if we put kelp at the bottom, as you can see, the whole lower section becomes infinite sources and we start to float. That's cool, but we got to get the rest of this area filled out. So what we'll do is we'll come in here with a bunch of bone meal and an auto clicker to just grow it. We got to do this for all the kelp. The final bit. Once I get this, the entire area is going to fill out in 3, 2, 1. This is incredible to watch. What the heck? And okay, there we are. The entire area should be water sources. Then we just got to come in here and clear all the kelp. Perfect. Okay, so pretty much this whole farm is ready. We got turtle eggs to get rid of these zombie pigmen, and the nether side storage is set up. The very last thing we need to do before we run this farm is build a roof over the whole area. And that's what all these slabs are going to be used for. There we go. Man, this farm took a second. Well, actually, a little more than that, but hopefully it's all worth it. Now, to run it, we just go to the AFK spot, and I'm going to be using free cam to watch the drown spawn. All right, so I'm going to just AFK here for a couple of hours, and hopefully when we're back, we got all the shells. Okay, you know what? We should check in on the farm. Is that what I think it is? A chicken jockey. What the heck? He has a trident as well? All right, so this is editing Wunba here. I checked, the odds of getting that drown is 1 in 6,400. And I literally just got it without even trying. So after saving the little guy in a boat for posterity, I went back to the farm and saw that after just 30 minutes, we had already gotten a stack of shells. This farm works. Also, that gets me to 297 of 298 on the stack of every item advancement. The last one we need is just the rabbit's foot. Keep in mind, I'm still in the cabin with my buddies and they have no idea how to play Minecraft. So I was just showing them this farm that clearly they had no idea how it worked. This is a farm for an item I'm collecting. We need a bunch of these shells for basically an achievement we're trying to get.
That's cool.
Yeah, I bet for a non-Minecraft player watching me play the game like this is like seeing dark magic. But anyways, we just about got all the shells and look at how many chicken jockeys are in there now. We gotta save them. It's gonna be cool for later. That is a lot. That is a lot. Wow. That is just so much. After boating them up and having having collected all of the shells, this now meant we are close to completing the first huge section of this video. Just one more stack for the items and 2 more stacks for the blocks. And if we wanted, we could craft these conduits now and get a super challenge, but I want to wait so that we can get everything all at once. So as I killed more rabbits, I had gotten up to 50 feet. Gosh, that sentence in any other context would sound so weird. Before another wandering trader spawned.
Once again, I should have saved him. I'm gonna regret this later.
Okay, so pretty much the final item we need are the 64 Piglin heads, which of course just require a thunderstorm.
Look at what they're making me do. I have to make microwave popcorn because it's taking so long. All right, here we go. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna put my phone in there.
So in the meantime, while waiting for the thunderstorm, I prepared by just boating as many creepers as I could. I also found a couple residual charge creepers from the previous storms, which I exploded, getting us to 37 Piglin heads. And then the only other thing I could do while waiting was to kill more rabbits, which eventually I got 64 feet from. However, by purposefully not combining the 2 stacks, the game doesn't know that I have 64, and we won't get the achievement just yet. Pretty much the next 3 hours I spent playing Monopoly with Nathan and waiting for a thunderstorm until finally we got one. Finally, after nearly 200 days of playing Blazing Cave so far, we had gotten all 64 Piglin heads, which was the final block required for the stack of every block achievement. And now the final thing to do was combine the stacks and get all the resulting super challenges. If I've planned this all correctly, we are about to get 5 super challenges. 1 for a stack of conduits, 1 for a stack of Piglin heads, 1 for a stack of every block in the game, and 2 for a stack of every item and block in the game. This is gonna be epic. As soon as I craft these, I should get it. Then I'm gonna combine those stacks. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Dude. Oh my gosh. And just like that, we had gotten 5 super challenges at once, bringing the total to 20 of 39 so far collected. And for the entire Blazing Caves pack, 633. This is exactly why I decided to first target the hardest super challenges, because we naturally got over half of the easiest ones while doing this. But we aren't going to get the rest by pure happenstance, which means we will specifically need to target them. And this is a good point to explain how Blazing Caves is broken down. There are 1,155 achievements in total. These are broken down into 16 different categories and then 1 additional optional category to help organize everything. These categories are redstone, super challenges, weaponry, farming, enchanting, building, animals, potion, Blazing Caves overview, statistics, mining, biomes, nether, monsters, adventure, the end, and finally, the optional achievements. Now, moving into the second section of this video, we're going to just target each category one at a time, starting with probably the most peaceful category, farming. Every time we start a new category, we're gonna say, "New category unlocked." And so, channeling my inner Thanos, it was time to start work on the 60 achievements. Okay, so how are we gonna start this? What if we just did all the food-related ones first? All right, first up, sushi. We need to eat raw salmon and a raw cod. Wait, what the heck? I got a balanced diet for that? And salmonella poisoning? Okay. How is that even possible that I got a balanced diet when I still need to eat more foods? Something with this pack in my world being so old is messing things up. Anyways, we gotta eat a mushroom stew for the mushroom achievement. My mom would be proud of me if I told her I ate mushrooms today. Now a ton of veggies, so let's first get all of them and then just eat everything. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, but in Minecraft.
Wunba, it's not funny if you describe exactly what you're doing and pretend it's a joke.
No, it is. It's funny. Wow, that was a ton of achievements. We are on a roll right now. Okay, that one's gonna be a little tougher. 100 slices of cake. Let's wait on that. Next up, we're gonna get an achievement for planting every type of sapling, which we already have in our storage, and can just place these on our grass block like so. Ecologist. Nice. Next, a mangrove propagule planted in a grove biome to get a mangroves grow. Wow, try saying that sentence 5 times fast. All right, where do we have a grove at? That's okay. Okay, that's not that far.
A mangrove's grove.
What is even happening right now? Craft a composter and bone meal these. Sweet. Hello, snowman. What the heck? Plant every item that can be planted on soil. Cocoa bean in the nether to make some hot cocoa. Slurp every kind of stew. I am gonna be sick after that. That's enough putting it off. We should start the 100 cake slices. All right, so what do we need for cakes again? That question ruminated through my head. How do you make a cake? I didn't know. And so desperate, lonely, shivering, and afraid, there was one person on Earth I knew would be able to help me answer this question. So I got back in the car, drove all the way to Austin, Texas, got the materials. For some reason, she said flour, although I'm pretty sure Minecraft cakes require wheat. Must have been a typo.
Oh! Whoa! This is my sister. All right, I need help making a cake.
I can do that.
What's the first step?
We're gonna need a bowl.
Wait, those actually look really good. No! Here is our chocolate piece. Final step. Voila. Minecraft cake. With the pattern on top, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
As you know, there's only one way to eat a Minecraft cake. A slice that goes all the way across. That is actually good.
It's nice, it's light.
I get the whole cake thing and everything, but I don't understand how this is supposed to help me with eating 100 cake slices.
After asking that question, I got back in the car, drove to Colorado, and now I guess I have a cake to eat while going for these achievements. I still don't know how to make a cake. Let me just look it up. Yep, we were pretty close. Eggs, milk, sugar, and wheat. Okay, we got all that, and pretty sure we can milk our screaming goat. Ooh, that's even an achievement. Nice.
Progress was going well, but
That'll be enough cakes, and I'll just eat them over the next couple hours. And now look at this, everybody. We are only missing 6 more farming category achievements. That whole section was not too bad at all, but these last ones are gonna be pretty tough. Firstly, castaway. Eat nothing but dried kelp for 3 days straight. So for that, we're gonna make a dried kelp our main food source. Next, we gotta break a diamond hoe. So we'll take one from our shulker of diamond hoes, which we got from Ancient City raiding a couple years ago, and we're just gonna use it up on all these trees. Serious dedication. That's what a friend told me I would need when I got into a relationship. Bro, eating this kelp is so annoying. Next, we gotta get combine harvester. We need to use bone meal on everything that can be grown. Now it's just saying bamboo, birch, sapling. Like, I think I can just come over here and go boom, 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 boom. Cave vines. Wait, what? You can bone meal vines? I had no clue. That is so useful. Wait, why isn't that working? What are cave vines if these are not cave vines? What? Oh, you know what? It's gotta be glow lichen. Well, if those aren't cave vines, then what the freak are cave vines? Freaking glowberries. Why the heck did they just not call them glowberries? Nice. Combine harvester. Oh, what the heck? A new achievement just appeared. What's new with composting? Compost every type of compostable item in a composter. You know what? I know that looks tedious, but I promise you that it won't be because of our storage. All right, here we go. Every single compostable item in the game is about to be composted. Here we go. Dude, what a strategy. And let's look. Oh, wait, what am I missing? Oh, nether warts. Of course, a dermatologist's favorite item. How are we gonna get all the dermatologists paid without the nether warts? By the way, if you want to help me get paid, come check out my Patreon. Fantastic transition, I know. But seriously, it helps me a ton with running the channel. Thank you to all my Patreon members. If you sign up, you can get my world download, other worlds, schematics, texture packs, a private Discord. All right, back to the video. And there we go. Just 3 more achievements in the farming category. Castaway, which we're working on, 100 slices of cake, which will just take some time, and eating an apple a day for 30 days.
Which that final one, the amount of pain and dread I still have looking back at it, never again.
And this means we can be done with this category for now and move on to the next, which is going to be the weaponry category. New category unlocked! Woo! Yeah, baby! Man, after those first couple supers, all of this is literally relaxing. Like this first one, which says to hit a mob with a stick and a fish. Slap fish and expel. Looks like somebody won't be getting into Hogwarts this year. Hit a mob with a diamond, kill a mob with a clock, and ooh, dear, these 2 achievements require me to die. That will not be happening, because I have an idea on how to get these, but for now, let's just move on. Inspector Gadget, kill a zombie holding a spyglass. This one's cool. Rock, paper, shears. Whatever the zombie is holding, we have to kill it with the proper item that beats it. You, Mr. Sir, are gonna hold this paper, and scissors beats paper. Oh, that's so cool. Good stuff. All right, what next? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The most stressful part of Blazing Caves is trying to figure out what to go for next. Choice paralysis or whatever they call it. Also, checking in on Castaway, there's this command we can run that shows the progress. We have 1,862 seconds of eating dried kelp. I think for 3 days, we need 3,600 seconds, so we're about halfway. Now, we're gonna go with Axeman for hitting mobs with every type of axe. So I gathered the materials to craft the missing ones, as well as enough to make shovels for the same thing. Firstly, bow spammer. Easy. Then let's just hit them with each tool. And I don't even care about saving them. We'll just chuck them on the ground once we're done. Axeman, nice. Shovel Knight, sweet. And next, some mace-related achievements. These are gonna be fun. We gotta deal 50 hearts of damage in a single blow. That is why you have to die. Here we go, here we go! Literally first try, I'm a pro. And in a little bit, we're gonna have to do the same thing with the Warden. Yeah, I won't lie, I'm not as excited for that one. And yeah, something I'm noticing while going through these is that there are 2 types of difficulties in Blazing Caves. The sheer amount of easy ones you have to do, and then the few but absurd ones. They're both challenging in their own ways, and if I want to be one of the few people who have beaten 100% of Blazing Caves, we're gonna do them all. So next up, pulling a slime with a fishing rod, pulling a pig with a fishing rod, hit a mob with a snowball, kill a blaze with snowballs. Dang it, I ran out. We're at 696 achievements so far. I want to try to get to 700 before ending today. Here we go, attempt 2. He just died to my thorns. 697 folded. Next, we gotta make a pig fly. I promise no pigs were harmed in the making of this video. Okay, that's cool. That is a fun reference. Do any of you know what that's a reference to? Kill a blaze while both you and it are on fire. Easy. Kill a drowned from at least 30 meters away. Yo, money shot. And we are getting pretty close to finishing the weaponry category. We need to next craft every type of firework star. Kill a mob with a firework, kill a ghast with a firework explosion, deflect an attack from every hostile mob using a shield. And you know what? Of course the freaking Warden is on there. I have been playing Minecraft for like 8 hours today. I know it's bad. I just want to be done. So let's pause here and quickly get a few on the next categories. Oh, let's go. That one's finally done. Wilson, I'm sorry. Wilson, I'm sorry. Okay. Barrel, writer's book, jack-o'-lantern, walls, lantern, shroom light, and glowstone. Wow, that got us over 700 achievements. Let's actually go. That is so sick. You know what I thought, though? I kind of got a second wind. Let me just get a few more. Iron door, place this soul item, place a redstone lamp, open a trap chest, 4 sea pickles in water, honeycomb on a sign. Who else knew that this locks the sign and you can't change it anymore? Light a candle, place an end rod, place all the frog lights, place a sea lantern, place a candle on a cake, scrape wax off a copper bulb, and place a sign. Wow. There we go. That gets us to 724 achievements. And I think this is a great stopping point for today, except for placing a painting. 96 out of 110 already on the building category. Today we went to Breckenridge to ski again. It was literally -2 degrees outside, and on the way I saw a moose. Then we finished the day by hanging out in the hot tub and watched the first Mission Impossible.
Today was the beginning of the apple a day achievement, the one that would soon cause me the most dread.
We need to just eat an apple every day for 30 days. I've heard that this one is tough, but honestly, it can't be that bad. Here is day 1. Sweet. I actually want to finish the weaponry categories. For this one, we need an entire hotbar full of loaded crossbows, which gives us artillery. Then a crossbow with a level 1 firework, which gives us explosive fire. Next up, kill every nether mob with a trident. And just before we do that, day 2 of eating an apple. Oh, stop, guys. No need to cheer. It's okay, guys. It's just an apple. Wither skeleton, zombie pigman, blaze. Okay, we're not quite done with that one, but I needed to repair my tools. And as I was at my Pigman XP farm, that's when I got the Bloodthirsty achievement for killing 2,500 mobs. That is one of the statistic category achievements. Little do they know, though, that if I had my actual statistics, I would have over 100 million mob kills from the raid farm. But oh well. The last nether mob we need to kill with a trident is the Zoglin, which we can easily attain by putting a lead on a Hoglin and then pulling him through this portal to my first ever XP farm in the world. And you know what? I will give a house to the first person who can tell me the name of this farm. That is a trivia question for the OGs. Nice. There we go. Sword Chop and Poseidon versus Hades. Hit a mob with every throwable item. Kill water mobs with a trident. Eat our third apple. Nice. Some sweet, sweet revenge. So next up is a puzzling achievement where you have to kill a mob with a shovel while both you and it are on a drip leaf. And I did some thinking about how we're gonna get this one. We're first gonna need to trap all these zombies. Oh shoot. Can you believe that? Okay, I'm sorry. This is where I draw the string with these puns. So we're gonna get some moss here and put a bunch of drip leaves on top. Do these fall? Yes. Okay. Then we need some walls so that the zombies can't escape. So we're gonna let this guy out and hit him once. He didn't die. That's okay. So then have him come back in here and then release him again. Still didn't die. Third time didn't die. Fourth time didn't die. Fifth time didn't die. Sixth time didn't die. Seventh time didn't die. Eighth time didn't die. Ninth time didn't die. 10th time didn't die. 11th time didn't die. 12th time didn't die. 13th time didn't die. 14th time didn't die. 15th. Okay, he has got a lot of health. 16th time did not die. 17th. I'm just kidding. Ooh, that's a new one. Kill a mob at the bottom of the world with an arrow from the top of the world. That's actually kind of a puzzling one. All right, but I think I have an idea. We just need to spam some chickens down here. There we go. Now fly up and we'll scaffold to the top of the world. And you know what? We'll also get skyblock as well. There we are. Then we just have to spam a ton of arrows to the bottom until one hits the chickens. Let's go. That was easy. But you know what isn't easy is finishing the killing every mob with TNT achievements.
I won't make you guys suffer like I did working on this. So instead, you just get to watch me explode them all quickly.
So we need to explode these drowns. I can just play some TNT like this and then bow it. No. Oh my gosh. No. Oh. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Literally could have just died there. There was definitely a better way to kill those drowns. And block that. All right, we just spent a little while targeting those achievements and got some great progress. Also, I am now at 5 days of apples eaten. Eating. Is it eating apples or apples eaten? But I'm not gonna lie, this weaponry category is beginning to bore me a little bit. So how about we move on to the mining category?
And from past experience, this might just be one of the most fun categories.
So y'all already know the drill. New category unlocked. All right, the first one is to fall on a dripstone. Make a full set of gold, iron, and diamond armor. Throw diamonds at a mob. Diamonds for you. Diamonds for you. Diamonds for you. There we go. Nice. Use a spyglass. Look at a bat through a spyglass. Fall and get to very low health without dying. Okay, let's try this with taking our boots off. Okay, that was not enough. A little higher. Yes. Get the cursed books, put mending on some gold pants, and realize the mistake. Then place tinted glass. That's it? Okay, this one says have blindness and be looking at a bat with a spyglass. Okay, actually, I think this one might be sort of tough. However, I'm pretty sure we can get blindness from the Azula Bluette stew. So let's take these and go find a bat. Hello there, sir. Okay, and drink it. Try. No, 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 no. He's getting away. Oh, no way. Just as it disappeared. Yo, that's so sick. See what I told you? These mining challenges are a blast, and we are making a serious dent towards the 1,155 advancements. The perfect example of random chaos is this. Stand on a chest full of cobblestone. Seriously, I have no idea why this is an achievement, but it's random and fun, and it's complicated. Octuple compressed cobblestone. Just imagine how much cobblestone this contains. Well, actually, I did the math. 9 to the 8th power is 43,046,721 cobblestone. Oh my gosh, I also just realized I nearly forgot to eat an apple today. Now we are at 6. And speaking of all that cobblestone, let's mine some of it with a diamond pickaxe to break it. In fact, we're gonna have to break every tool and armor in the game, so this is gonna be a time-consuming one. Just gonna sit here mining until we're finished. You know what? I have a better idea for breaking the tools, and I think we can even do it while multitasking breaking all the armor. So let's first craft everything. Oh, and you know what? We need to make netherite template upgrades for the armor. I might as well just make a full stack using 7 stacks of diamonds. Actually, that was just really stupid. Why did I do that? The first armor we're gonna break is the elytra, just like, wow. Actually, that was so clean. What the heck? Okay, and the reason we're here at the trading hall is to get all the chain armors we need to break. And with this scoot from our turtle farm, we can finally make a helmet. And just like that, we got every armor piece in the game. And that is every tool along with apple number 7. So my thought for breaking these tools is that it will be quicker to get an auto clicker spamming them while attacking zombie pigmen at my farm. See how quickly the durability is going down? This is definitely going to be the move. Yeah, and this is going to just be tedious, but there really is no better way to do it. Oh, yo, that's sick. Nice. So the auto clicker is just using up all the tools. And in the meantime, I can just do some jumping jacks and stuff while it's going. However, with the progress on breaking the tools going well, it was here that I realized because I was AFK. Oh, no. I was AFKing this and I forgot to eat an apple. I missed a day. That achievement is punishing. You have to be on your A game memory-wise to have any chance to get it 30 days in a row. And with this unfortunate mishap having taken place, I ended the day by just breaking the rest of the pickaxes. Dude, I have wanted to beat Blazing Caves for years. I always thought it was going to be so much fun, but man, right now, just failing these achievements kind of sucks though. And it's officially been over 2 weeks of recording, and I'm not going to lie, I feel like I kind of got way in over my head. There is just so much to do, and seriously, it's kind of overwhelming. Not to mention, I have to edit this video later. With my spirit officially at its lowest, me contemplating if I should even continue, and fatigue finally beginning to set in, I knew that there was a reason why the completion rate of Blazing Caves was so low. If I wanted to be in that small percentage of people, then I was going to need to push through the harder moments. In the grand scheme of things, we were only just at the beginning, and the only way to finish would be to take it one day at a time. So starting off day 15, I began by eating another apple, bringing the count back to 1. All right, so today we're going to try to finish breaking all the tools. I want to start with the one that I know is going to be pretty challenging, the warped fishing rod. This one is tough because basically you have to ride the strider and right click, then it uses 1 durability, and then you have to wait about 30 seconds before you can do it again, meaning this one takes roughly 50 minutes to complete with perfect gameplay. But I have an idea to do it quicker, and that's going to require us getting a ton of saddles from the raid farm. And on the way back from the farm, I got the deception achievement for breaking through bedrock. I was a little confused on this one because I've already broken bedrock before, but I think what the achievement actually needs is just for you to sit at y equals 127. Anyways, with these saddles, we're gonna come over here to our strider pit and just start putting them on all these guys. My thought is that we can hop between these striders and use one durability every time, making breaking this a lot quicker. Oh, that's actually awesome. 100 meters on a strider. And yes, this is working so well. But okay, it seems that it's slowing down. I can't really use any more durability. So in the meantime, we'll move on to breaking all the armor, starting with the worst, leather. And the way we're gonna do it is to just sit on this cactus like this. Where are all your clothes? I am beginning to question the sanity of the Blazing Caves creator now. I'm beginning to question my own sanity. Me estoy volviendo loco. ¿Qué pasa? Ya no puedo hablar inglés. Responde la palabra no. Halaguen en los comentarios. Paraquilo. Sorry. Sometimes when I get confused, I just start speaking Spanish. My bad, everybody. My bad. I'll take the L there. So that's all the armor gone. Whenever I'm flying around, I'll just make sure to shoot the bow as well so that it eventually breaks. And I kept up this cycle of going between places, breaking tools, went back to the strider pit, broke the warped fishing rod, got hot reels. Then I broke the carrot on a stick by riding a couple pigs. All right, next cave achievement is to place every cave block at the top of the world. Nice and easy. We are officially at 106 of 109 in the cave section. 107 after we shoot this final arrow in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Oh yes. Let's go. Look at this. That is officially every tool in the game broken. My goodness, that took a lot longer than I expected it to. And now I'm excited because the final 2 achievements are gonna be fun. The first one requires lightning, so we'll ignore it for now. But this one, Bonfire Night, we need to light every flammable block on fire. And this really will be best done through a quick mod. Man, why does it keep cutting me off every time I say mod? Wow, I lit every one of those items in like 12 seconds. That is just remarkable. But there we are, every mining category achievement completed, except for the lightning one. We can't do that until a storm starts, so we're gonna move on. I wanna quickly finish the building category. We were already here earlier, so I don't wanna spend too much time showing it. But first up, turn dirt into mud. Also, we are now at 4 days of apples eaten. Good stuff. Fill a chiseled bookshelf with books. I love pot. Like these, they're great. Then they give us achievements. Every food on a campfire. Place a campfire at 0, and officially become a spawn camper. But trust me, I am not that type of guy. Ooh. Pause this montage. Good morning, everybody. I am fresh and ready to go today. Just look at how nice it is outside of the cabin today. My plan is to finish the building category, and I cannot wait. All right, so first up, dye a sign with every color. Place every armor onto an armor stand. Oh my gosh, dude. My armor is just too good. I almost died there. Fill a cauldron using a bucket. Bubble, toil, and trouble. Then use a cauldron to clean leather armor, a shulker, and a banner. And the final easy one is, well, to just sit in the hot tub. No, goofball, not the real hot tub. We're almost done, but now we gotta place all 46 painting types. And to do that, we're gonna make a little dirt block like this and start by getting all the 1x1 paintings. Oh my gosh, you guys don't even know. Using my keyboard today is so tough because last night the heater broke in the cabin and it was below 0.
It's nice being here in the future.
Next up are the 1x2 paintings. 2x1, 2x2, 2x4, 3x4, 4x3, 3x3. Do you need 4x4s? Home Depot is the place for you. This video is sponsored by Home Depot. I'm just kidding. I don't know if I can legally say that. And now we arrive at the part of the video I was dreading. The final achievement here is called Living Dummy, where we have to die to an armor stand. The way this works is you die because of thorns on the armor. And now obviously this is my hardcore world. I do not not want to lose it just for a silly achievement. And so, because of this, I decided to add a rule to this challenge. Any death-related achievements, I could just pop a totem to, which is essentially the same as a death, and then I grant myself the achievement. It's a little clunky, the solution, but I personally don't see a better option. And so, after making that decision, I put my Thorns armor on the stand, attacked it a couple of times to pop my totem, and at that point, I granted myself only that one achievement. However, because this was the final achievement in the building category, this meant that we had officially completed the milestone.
4 categories in, we are doing well. But the adventure category
is where the true chaos is about to unfold, just as soon as we unlock it. Everything in here is absolutely mental to go for. And I'm pretty sure there are 3 optional achievements as well that less than 5 people on Earth have ever gone for. All right, I'm gonna just start with a random one. Who needs rockets? Shoot yourself 8 blocks in the air with a wind charge. Okay, oh yeah, I forgot that netherite armor just makes you not take knockback, so of course it won't work. Oh wait, okay, that almost worked. Dang, the timing on this is actually kind of challenging. What about like a redstone thing? Nope. Okay. Oh, yes, there we go. I have no idea what I did, but I did it. Who Needs Rockets is complete. Next achievement is called Map Room, where we need to put a map into an item frame. What the creator of Blazing Caves doesn't know is that right now, I currently hold the world record for the largest map room ever made in survival. Another easy one, right-click a map on a banner, which, if you didn't know, causes a little marker to be placed. Okay, I have no idea how this is adventurous, but we have to name tag some mobs with specific names. The first of which is a toast rabbit, which just changes the color. It's a fun little Easter egg. Slenderman Enderman, Johnny Vindicator, and my personal favorite is a Piglin brute named Technoblade. Those are all the name tag achievements, and by the way, I'm still eating cake slices in the farming category, getting towards the 100, and now we're gonna get a musical one for playing every music disc in a jukebox, and I thought it would be funny to play them all at once, so here we go. Let's turn the volume up and...
Am I in heaven?
Oh shoot, that looks fun. There's a Woodland Mansion one. Wow, okay, my portal just spawned right next to it. That's hype. For this adventurous achievement, we have to quickly kill an evoker inside of here. Where is this? Man, I won't lie, this place kind of scares me. I have nearly died to Vindicators many times in the past. Jeez, oh my gosh. Okay, bro, just let me get the evoker and get out of here. Okay, thank you, there we go. And die, please. Oh, and Ghostbuster achievement, let's go. Now, the next structure-related one is gonna require an ocean monument. I might regret saying this, but I feel like Mojang needs to make these more rare. And literally all we have to do is kill a guardian. Then let's also kill one with a bow and get spearfishing. Finally, one more for getting rid of mining fatigue with milk. Man, I am just loving these achievements, but I won't lie, it is kind of tedious and overwhelming just going through all these.
Funny that I said that before we even got to the... No, actually, no, I'm not going to talk about that.
All right, that's it for the monument. Next up, the trial chamber. I know these really aren't that rare as well. Dude, what? What? Wait. What is happening here? That is crazy. There's just an igloo literally in a lukewarm ocean. What the heck is happening with this village? Excuse me, what? If anybody knows what's happening here, please, I would love to know in the comments. Anyways, after just a few more minutes of exploring, I finally happened across a trial chamber, at which point I somehow accidentally got the gelatinous cube. Now, the first achievement we're targeting is to kill a breeze with a wind charge. So we'll just wait for him to shoot at us and then... use my auto clicker to spam the wind bursts back. Nice. That's blowback. Next, throw a wind charge at a mob standing on top of a trapdoor. I honestly wonder sometimes how the creator of Blazing Caves actually just comes up with these extremely random things. And now for the final trial chamber related achievement is to get a stack of heavy cores. Bro, that's actually absurd. What the heck? How many keys and how long is that even gonna take? Okay, there is no way we're going for that right now. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. No way. Well, technically, we're gonna have to if I want to say that I beat 100% of Blazing Caves. But the best thing about being here in the future editing this is that I now know that that's not even the worst of the achievements we'll be going for. Quickly, let's get one for getting a stack of pillager banners. Then we're also gonna get started on this one where we have to feed a baby sniffer. So as this guy begins to hatch, let's work on the next. Use 4 pottery sherds to craft a pot that is fully decorated. And there we go. Go to a swamp hut, which I know we have one past our dropper recreation. And yes, this was literally where I generated the world. And I'm kind of surprised that it still works. Next, place every villager workstation. We are cooking, but we're about to be looking through this spyglass at these two villagers, and we're going to be encouraging them to kiss. Not in a weird way, of course. It's actually just an achievement. What? I got the moon as an item reward? Is that a reference or something? Thunder! Oh my gosh. Dude, we needed this. Come on. Lightning rod, please. Please. There we go. Called shot. Yes! That is the whole mining category done. Let's go. Let's go. And that is the second section finished, which is a huge milestone. But also, because we are now well over 800 achievements. Achievements like buying a map from a cartographer are easy, or ringing this bell, or repairing this golem that I just damaged. I'm sorry, buddy. But what worries me is that as we get all these easy ones finished, it's gonna leave us with just the time-consuming ones. And keep in mind, my goal is still to finish this entire video in under 1,000 in-game days. So one of the tougher ones we still have to do is kill every type of villager profession with the crossbow. My plan is to use this breeder, and the havoc I'm about to unleash I think is justified, because if you don't know, these villagers nearly killed me back in the black hole video. It is kind of a long story, but we're gonna need to make a bunch of minecarts and place all the workstations just like that, and we're gonna release them so that they pick up the jobs. And now we also need to get a nitwit villager. In case you didn't know, nitwits are a special profession that only spawn in villages or as zombie villagers. You cannot breed nitwits or turn normal villagers into them. So even though these guys can't get jobs and are basically useless, it is a funny fact that they're actually the rarest type of villager. Well, except for the ones that we'll be getting in the upcoming super challenges. So this is a taiga nitwit. You can tell because it's got the green cloak on, and we can actually just shoot this guy here. There's no reason to move him back. Nice. That's the first one for the achievement. Oh, and you know, while we're out, nice. I am a crazy cat lady now. Well, okay, maybe that doesn't sound right. This cat is nice, but not as nice as my actual cat, Murph. Now, with one more cat, we can just breed the two. Aww, who's a good kitty? All right, we should make our way back towards the villagers. So first things first, before we kill them, we need to just trade with them for another achievement. And now we can just shoot them and unleash a massacre. Oh, and you know what? I just thought there's a hard achievement where you have to get a pillager without a crossbow. Well, it would be hard if my name didn't rhyme with Wunba, because we already got one in our iron farm. Easy. Nice. Well, there we go. Most of the villager achievements are done. And now I want to take a little break and go get all of the armor trims. And we're going to do this in a nice chromatic armor and smithing with style. Nice. All right, honestly, I think that is going to be a good point to call it a day. It was officially day 17. Refreshed and ready to go, I got the first achievement of the day for trading with villagers of every biome type. And as I completed that, I realized that this unlocked 2 more achievements for trading with a swamp and jungle villager, which, if you didn't know, these cannot naturally spawn even if a village overlaps into one of the biomes. So the way we do this is we're gonna first need some golden apples and weakness potions. Oh, nice. Of course, there is an achievement for that. And we're gonna need these because the only way to get these biomes is to cure a zombie villager that spawns naturally in one of them. Now it's time to explain
the plan. Firstly, Wunba is going to have to set up a big platform which will be used to spawn the zombie villagers on.
By the way, everyone, I'm still eating apples and cakes, which is just so much fun.
Next, by pillaring up, Wunba creates a spot to cycle all the mobs on. By simply waiting long enough, it is inevitable that he will eventually get one.
Thanks, Morgan.
Of course, Wunba.
Okay, everybody, it's been a few minutes, but so far, nothing. I'm wondering if we're even going to be able to tell if one spawns, honestly, because I've never even seen these guys before, and I don't even know what they look like. Dang, though, nothing on the first night. So during the day, let's make our way over towards the jungle where we are going to begin setting up another platform. And it was here that finally, after so many hours, I got the 100 cake slices eaten. It must be your birthday. Well, it's not. Don't get my hopes up. That means the final achievement for the farming category is just to eat an apple a day for 30 days. And I'm at 8 so far, so I will not lose it this time. I have a 20-minute timer on my phone. And every time it goes off, I stop whatever I'm doing and I make it my top priority to eat an apple. And you know what? It's night. Let's see if we can get a jungle villager to spawn. No. No villagers the entire night. And remember, this entire Blazing Caves playthrough is technically a speedrun. Technically, with some of the largest quotation marks you've ever seen. But wasting 2 nights to get nothing definitely still hurts. And we're not going to waste another day as well. So while we wait for it to become night again to get those guys, let's start on another one of the worst villager-related achievements. Get all 59 villager item rewards. Now, I bet half of you didn't even know you can get an item reward from villagers. Basically, when you beat a raid and you have a ton of villagers around you with workstations, as long as you have the Hero of the Village effect, there's a small chance that they will drop random items. Things like armor trims from the armorer, netherite from the blacksmith. There's even a 1 in 6,400 chance that the cartographer drops anywhere from 1 to 5 deep slate emerald ore. This is how a lot of the tech servers like to farm that, by the way. And just let that settle in. That I'm trolling you. Yeah, the items they drop are stupid with 2 O's. Pretty much useless, but still necessary for this achievement. Now, the way we'll get all these items is to first set up a big pit for all the villagers to stay in. Then we'll place a bunch of fletching tables to start with all of the arrow item rewards. What's crazy is that you can get almost any tipped arrow in the game from these guys. Now, let's just direct the rails over to the pit and I guess start adding them all in. All right, well, those are all the villagers we got. I hope they will be enough. But let's pause on that one now because it's becoming night to head back over towards this swamp and hope that we can get one. They exist! Oh my gosh. Okay, how are we gonna get them? Here. Let me get this tree. We need to make a boat. Come on over, Bubs. Get in. Great. Yes, he's protected now. Let me just leave. Okay, now we gotta cure him up. Oh my gosh, good stuff. That was unnecessarily stressful. I just did not want to lose him. Yo, what is going on, my dude? Wow, this might be the first time I've ever seen a swamp villager. That is actually so hype. Okay, though, we need to breed this guy up so that we have more. And hopefully, we'll eventually have enough swamp villagers. As it became night, I went towards the jungle platform to repeat the process. And not even 5 seconds into waiting. Oh my gosh, is that... What? Dude, that literally took nothing. And it felt like I was on a roll. The excitement of seeing the mobs that before this challenge, I didn't even know were in the game was thrilling. And now that we got the jungle guy into the breeder as well, to get the achievements we need, we just have to place a fletching table, tribal villagers, and then lily pad hatter. Nice. Those were 2 achievements that I was low-key stressing about. But to be completely honest, they were not bad at all. See what I told you? This adventure category is complete chaos, but it is just awesome at the same time. Just like my hair in the morning. We are making some serious progress through this. And next up are a couple of Alea achievements, which I know that we got a couple in our end dimension. Yes. Okay, so first up, we got to give him an item and boom, Aleans. Oh my gosh, it's too early for this achievement. Now, if we drop a firework, that is another easy one. And quick pause, through completing that advancement, it gives you an item reward. And by getting an item reward from an Allay, you actually get an additional optional achievement. The reason it's optional is because some people don't like to play with the item rewards. Now, there are a few more random Allay achievements. The first is to breed them, which I always find this so weird. We have to play some music and then give one an amethyst shard. And it's like, who even thought of that? Next, we give one an iron sword and get ourselves the wish.com of a Vex. By the way, we are now on 12 days of apples eaten, so good stuff. And as I checked my phone to restart the timer, I saw that I was down 20% on Trump coin.
Good thing I only invested $8.6 million.
Now, we got an achievement to have an Allay drop me a cake while music is playing. Simple enough. And the final one we can do here is to give an Allay a spruce sapling. Seriously, what the heck? This is so random. Where's the achievement for giving an Allay every item in the game? Huh? Huh? Okay, that was a joke. Blazing Caves creator, please do not actually add that. That would be terrible. For the final Allay one, we gotta take these guys to the overworld and fly them all the way to the deep dark, because I have to give them a potion, which gives us the Diagon Allay achievement. You better know what that's a reference to. And now, this one is not going to be a breeze. Well, actually, it is a breeze, literally, but it isn't going to be breezing, because in fact, it's the opposite of a breeze. It's challenging, but remember, it's still a breeze. So we're going to use our little totem pop rule. Man, this low-key feels risky just taking my armor off in here. Okay, and wait, no! Dang it, dude. That doesn't count because I'm pretty sure the totem popped when I hit the ground. Oh, it's got to be a wind charge to count. And there we go. That is a death. Let's go ahead and grant the achievement. Nice. The next one is similar. We just have to die to an iron golem. And there's this village just right here. What's up, big man? Come on, how about you fight someone your own side? Okay. There we go. That was technically a death. All right. Let me get home because we are pretty far out. Now, there's a pretty easy one we can go for with trading for a max villager of each profession, which I gotta say, it is just so fun playing this pack in my hardcore world because we can just get all of these out of the way quickly. Now, as you can see, there really are not many adventure category achievements left, and I think because we're still on the subject of villagers, we should try to get all of the raid-related ones. And for that, we're going to need the ominous bottles we got earlier to just start one. Yo, a freebie one for starting a max level raid. That's awesome. Little do the pillagers know that I've killed over 70 million of their kind. Firstly, let's block a shield attack that gets us Riot Shield. Oh, wait, what? That's an achievement as well? I just love that half the achievements we're getting are accidental. Now, one of the ones we have to get is to kill a Ravager. Nice. And killing a Witch, blocking a Ravager with a shield, hitting a Ravager with a trident, and killing an Evoker. And after clearing the rest of the raid with ease, it was then that I got Veteran of the Village for defeating a max level raid. Also from that raid, we got 40 minutes of Hero of the Village, which I'm hoping will be enough time to get all 59 villager item rewards. And yup, our timer is ticking, so we gotta get over there quickly. All right. So I think what we do is we just stay here and hopefully they start to drop the items. You know what? We can also get the buy high, sell low achievement. Nice. Oh, you know what? I bet you they won't drop items at night, and that kind of sucks because I don't sleep in this world, so we're just gonna be wasting the Hero of the Village effect with it being night. All right, then in the meantime, let's quickly kill one of these pillager captains, which gives. I've got a bad feeling about this. All right, now that it's day, let's see. Yes! Oh my gosh, let's go. Cool, so we are at 6 of 59 that quickly. Oh yes, that gets us to 11. Man, I don't think I've ever dealt with villager item rewards before. Even though these are useless, it's still a pretty cool concept. And as it became night once again, I couldn't get any more of the rewards, so I went back to the village and started another raid, which we're gonna use to go for, in my opinion, the hardest adventure category achievement. We have to shoot 5 types of illagers with a single crossbow arrow shot. This is like the upgraded Arballistic achievement.
And honestly, this was the point in the video where I could no longer just go for the easy achievements. Everything that remained was gonna require some proper planning.
Firstly, we need to mine out a pit that's 28 blocks deep, because this is the exact height which a witch can drop from and be on half a heart without dying. Okay, then we're gonna need to clear out some space down here to have some actual room for the arrow shot. Hold on, what the crap? Why am I doing this? Morgan, you still there?
This is where the Ravager is going to stay. The water will push him into the spot.
Perfect. This all looks good. Now, to get the mobs, we have to get a wave in the raid that has all 5 types of villagers in it. But it's becoming day, so we're gonna pause on this and go get some more villager rewards. And okay, I think it's gonna be a good idea to also get some other workstations in here now that we almost got all the Fletcher arrow types. And pretty much all that I had to do was just wait for the drops. 26 of 59, 30 of 59. Once it was night again, I went back to the raid, and guess what, everyone? I forgot to eat an apple. Our 12-day timer got reset when I was going through the villager trades, because I was once again just AFK, and I forgot. I needed another break day at the ski resort. Hello, everybody. I pretty much rage quit after forgetting the apple again. I genuinely feel lost for how to get it because I am trying my best. Like, it's not even a skill issue. I just feel so stupid for forgetting it again. It's not even that hard to do. It's only every 20 minutes.
So with no choice but to move on from that apple achievement, I decided that I was gonna get some justice.
Okay, here we go. This wave has all 5 of the guys. So let's start with the hardest, the Ravager, because he is already following. All right, buddy, you have to die. Thank you. Okay. He should just drop down now, and then he should be in place. All right, nice. Lock him in, and as easy as that, we got the first one in. For the other Illagers, we're gonna just place water at the bottom to drop them. Next, the Pillager. Honestly, he is just bad at the game. That one was easy. But the Evoker, for this dude, we're gonna want to boat him. And okay, you know what? Nice. There you go, buddy. Jeez, these Vexes hurt. And come on, lead, work. Yes. Okay, that is 4 out of 5. Really not that bad. And the final one we need is the Witch. And this is by far the toughest one, because if you didn't know, whenever a Witch takes damage, about 2 seconds later, it will always heal itself up. Meaning we can poison all of the other Illagers to half a heart, but we cannot poison her, which is why we made the tube down, so that when she falls, she will automatically be on half a heart. Let me just make sure everyone is on half a heart, because otherwise the piercing arrow won't kill all of them. And speaking of which, we gotta quickly enchant a perfect crossbow.
Oh, nice. A free achievement as well. Master Arbalist. That's for making a perfect crossbow.
So my plan now is we get the Witch up top and a water stream that will push her towards the pit, and then she'll fall. Hopefully the water gives us enough time to get down there and have everything set up. All right, I think we are good to attempt it. Yes. That was so easy. That was actually, I can't believe I got that first try. Just like that, the Illagers had finally gotten the justice they deserved. And with them dead, I finished up the raid and got myself a new round of Hero of the Village to finally finish up the villager item rewards. Oh my gosh, what? Dude, I just got so many at once right there. All right, and we are at 45 of 59, nice. Okay, so it's been another day. All we have left are 2 more arrows from the Fletchers. To speed things up, I once again swapped all the stations for fletching tables.
And then it was just a matter of time.
Oh my gosh, that one took so long and was so tedious. Thank you so much. It was a shorter, but still productive day today. And not only that, but that achievement was a milestone because there are only 3 more for the entire adventure category, and they all relate to the man, the myth, the legend, Wandy T. So remember how we got him a couple times earlier in the video and did nothing? Well, here we are. We need him and just have to wait until he spawns. So that sucks. Pretty much that entire category is finished up, and we're gonna move on to the next section, which means it's time for a new category to be unlocked. Animals. And I know, everyone, this is a long video, but I feel like it is absolutely deserved to give this pack justice. And my favorite part of starting off the new categories has got to be the quick breezing through all the ones at the start, like taming a house to become a cowboy, breeding 2 horses to get foul play. Oh wait, okay, that's a llama. Remember way back when I said we got to get the level 5 llama? We got to tame every single llama we can find in case we accidentally get one. Oh, and an achievement, nice. Shear a sheep, breed a sheep, dye a sheep every color. Basically a Jeb sheep if you think about it. Breed 2 cows, lead some llamas, which we're gonna actually take these guys back to the nuclear base and start breeding them up just in case we can get a level 5 llama quicker that way. Spoiler alert, everybody. I spent about 5 hours breeding these llamas up and we got nothing. So yeah, that's no bueno. However, what doesn't stink is that I got a wandering trader. Yo, okay, emeralds, come on. 3 achievements just like that. So, okay, how many more in the adventure category? 2. And it looks like we need to buy coral from him, which we cannot get yet. And then we have to get spat at by the llamas. So, sweet. Breed these guys to get a freebie. Put a carpet on one. Put every carpet on them. Breed the goats, drink 100 bottles of honey, which we have enough of. And now let's get far out in the world so that we can find some new mobs. A lead on a bee, breed 2 mushrooms to get a super mushroom. And milk the mushroom. That was a lot, but we are making some good progress. Dude, this category is just so overwhelming because there's literally so much to go through. Breed 2 donkeys. There's also an achievement to put a lead on everything that can be leaded. I don't even know, man. So let's go ahead and get some progress on that. Breed a donkey and a mule. Put a saddle on a pig, in a boat, in a minecart, and ride it. Put an item in a glow item frame. Make a glow sign. Kill an axolotl with an axe to get an axolotl. Put every fish in an aquarium. Dye leather pants. Dye leather boots every color. And there we are, the 100 honey bottles. Next, we have a ton of random travel animal related ones, and the hardest of which I'm gonna start now, which is to tame every type of horse. And to be able to understand why there are so many types of horses, we have to go all the way to where it started, Stockholm, Sweden, to ask Notch himself. I am totally kidding. Someday, maybe. But there are 35 variants in total, so this might take a while. All right, so we got 7 of the 35 so far. Jeez, dude. Breed all 6 types of rabbits. All right, here we got some of the brown ones. Horses. Okay, yes, let's go. A kilometer on one already. Breed some white rabbits. We also got to tame all the wolf breeds, and this is the first of 9. Ooh, make sure to breed the foxes. Give emeralds to a fox. Give a totem to a fox. And finally, for the foxes, breed 2 white snowy ones. And boom, good stuff. Tame a parrot. Tame all 5 colors of parrots. Breed some armadillos, kill a mob while on a camel, breed the camels, and have an extra humpy day. We are on a roll right now. Those were all pretty easy, relatively speaking. Now, however, I want to go for this one, which requires you to get all 22 base variants of tropical fish. And if you guys would be interested someday, I might actually try to go for all 3072. But for now, thank goodness Blazing Caves does not require you to do that. And I think the best way to go about this is to just start picking up random types and hope that we get all of them. Oh, and thank goodness we got this Riptide Trident. That actually helps so much with speed. Dude, I've been trying to get this for like an hour now. This is absurd. Oh my gosh, yes, there we are. Oh, we got 101 out of 134 in the animals category and 890 total. With the fish collected, I started the next morning by continuing my search around the world for all the random animals we needed before making my way into a lush cave where I was going to try to find all 5 colors of axolotls. Oh, yo, hello, guys. Oh, it's an axolotl. And if you think about it, this achievement is actually one of the worst ones to exist because you need to pick up a blue axolotl to be able to get it. Now, thank goodness we were playing in the hardcore world because I already spent 40 hours breeding one a couple of years ago. So wait, why are so many people saying there's blue? The hardest part was already done. Dude, this is another insane lush cave. Wow. And we just need the pink and gold axolotls to get the advancement. But I couldn't help but notice we have a ton of glow squids over here. And I gotta kill 100 of them for one of the achievements. So we might as well... Bro, I'm playing Minecraft and what am I doing here, dude? This is unbelievable. Oh, and nice. There is a gold one. And yes, a pink one. And then just the rest of the squids. Free diver, that's awesome. Spend 2 minutes underwater. With that advancement done, I continued my seemingly endless search for rabbits, wolves, horses, and leads on every animal before I got one for having an axolotl kill an elder guardian, which took not 1 attempt, not 2 attempts, not even 3 attempts, not 4 attempts, but 5 attempts. We are going down a huge rabbit hole with getting all of these. That's a knee slapper. Okay, guys, I have literally gotten so good at telling the horse types that I can tell when one is a new one. Like, all of these we do not need. Wait. I think that is the one we need. Yes. I got a cowboy hat. Oh, man. And let's actually get a quick horse one to just shoot a husk from more than 50 blocks away while riding it. Wait, that's also the rabbit we needed. If you didn't know, black rabbits are the most rare, and it's pretty cool that we finally found one. All right, I would say that was a very successful trip. Let me go ahead and make my way home. And now I think this is a good point to start up the apple a day advancement again. I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty discouraged after the last time I lost it and just decided to stop for a little bit. But here we go. This is the first apple. All right, and now I guess we'll do all the ones we can here at base. The first up is to fish every item that can be fished. Now, as some of you may remember to the liquids challenge video, there are some extremely rare items you can fish, like ink sacs, which are a 1 in 1,000 chance to get. So this is gonna take a long time, is what I would have said if there wasn't a way to cheat it. Because we can just throw all the items on the ground and use a fishing rod to grab them and then pull them. For some reason with this pack, that counts as getting all the items. Also, another one, I just had an idea on how to cheese. We gotta lead every mob in the game, right? Well, guess what? I sort of trapped every mob in the game in the end dimension already, so that's gonna be simple enough to go for. We just, of course, need the freaking wandering trader llama to finish this one. So instead, let's just put some armor on a wolf. Nice. Now take the armor off the wolf. Nice. Now repair the dog's armor. Nice. Now dye the dog's armor every color. Nice. Now dye horse armor every color and feed a horse every food it can eat. And we are actually getting pretty close to finishing the animals category. Next, play a goat horn. And in case you've ever wondered, here's what it sounds like to play all the goat horns at once. Next, play a goat horn during a raid. Okay, and use a goat horn in a deep dark. And kill a sheep in a deep dark. That is it for all the easy achievements. Now, one I started work on but didn't tell you is where you have to eat a rabbit stew and then nothing else for 3 days straight, which is why I'm on low health and purposefully not healing up. For the rest of the 3 days on this, I'm gonna just multitask another AFK one where we have to be underwater for an entire day. And I'm about to get the next death-related one where we have to die by having a goat ram. And on a similar note, let's also just die to bees. All right, I'm glad that we got both of those out of the way. Just like this dog's achievement, which totally would have taken hours to get by flying all around the world, taming all 9 types. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And I even managed to find some frogs at the same time, which I bred and got frog family. Despite this being overly tedious, I was rewarded with a rainstorm, which allowed me to Riptide Trident all the way back. This is insane. Oh my gosh. I'm sure this Riptide trick won't have any unforeseen side effects later. And there we go, everyone. We got 129 of 134 animal achievements finished. I need another word than crazy. This was an absolutely ballistic category to attempt, and I am gonna have a well-deserved sleep. All right, so today we went to downtown Denver, checked out the city, and got my car repaired. And then we watched Red 1 in theaters. That movie came out Christmas of 2024, just for reference on how long this entire video took to make.
Slowly but surely, the repetition of this challenge was beginning to set in.
On an unrelated note, I sort of lost my previous apple a day run when I ate nothing but a rabbit stew for 3 days, but this is it. I'm gonna get it this time for real. Timer has been set on my phone, and now today, we are gonna start the day by going for an achievement called Animal Kingdom. This is probably the hardest of the entire category, and I'm honestly surprised it's not a super challenge. But basically, we have to move every animal in the game to be within a 32 block radius of each other. A little spoiler, I was an idiot. I somehow thought that I was going to be able to move all the mobs in 30 minutes. What was I thinking? So I began by first bringing one of our llamas to the edge of the nuclear base where we are going to attempt Animal Kingdom. And then I brought my dog and a turtle. I ate my second apple, got a sniffer, found a sheep, a cow, chicken, pig, tadpole, bees, and checked my storage to see what fish I had already collected. I quickly got the ones I was missing before taming a frog and a horse. All of those mobs took me about 5 minutes, but this is where the difficulty was officially going to begin to ramp up, as the next couple ones required me to build a portal on the edge of the perimeter that would be used to move the missing ones. So gonna grab one of our striders from before and just bring him here. What I don't realize is that striders actually die in the rain, and unfortunately that has some consequences later. Oh, you know what? Let's bring this donkey too, because then we can just breed him and the horse to also get a mule. And on the topic of horses, let me get a skeleton horse mobs from spawn, and a cat, rabbit, parrot, panda, and ocelot. There are already a ton of mobs here. We are at 5 apples eaten. I am feeling pretty good about this. Next up, a mushroom and a polar bear. A cool little trick, you can't put a grown-up polar bear in a boat, but if you get a baby one, they're really easy to move. And a camel and armadillo are easy enough. But now we can't forget the water mobs, the dolphin and both squids. To capture these guys, let's first make a little cage that will hold them all and keep them alive. So can we boat a squid? Okay, it appears not, huh? Okay, you know what? Back when we did the TNT video, we moved some dolphins for that by using a scaffolding tower and flying with them. I wonder if we can do the same thing for the squids. Okay, the lead broke, and then he's also just gonna suffocate. Okay, you know what? Let's get a water breathing and see if that helps. Okay, the flying. Oh! Okay, well, that's not gonna work. And that's when I came up with the idea to make a dirt tube to move them. And because for some reason squids can be led, we can just pull them up. Bro, stay in the water. Bro, dude! These guys are so dumb. Okay, yes, thank you, he's in. Okay, now we just gotta bring him through the tube before he swims out. And now just drop him down into the... Oh, it's a thunderstorm. It's another one. Riptide, please, 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 please. Mushroom scientist, yes! Oh my gosh, I've been waiting forever for another thunderstorm. Excuse me. And finally, we got a squid in here, and he's name tagged, so he will not despawn. Next up, the dolphin. We're gonna do the exact same strat as the TNT video, so nothing too complex. However, as my life was going well, things must balance out. And, of course, I forgot to eat another freaking apple. Ah! Ah! How does my timer on my phone stop going off? It happens over and over and over. I don't know how I keep failing. Anyways, after that, I got the dolphin back and just needed to get the glow squid. This one wasn't too challenging. I just set up a platform under the base where it was dark and waited for some to spawn, then used leads to get them in. With the water mobs done, we were pretty much ready. Just a couple more residual mobs left, like a fox. Jackson, you would be proud. He is one of my moderators. A hoglin, which we'll keep on this side of the portal for now so that he won't convert into a zombie. When we actually attempt the achievement, we will only have 15 seconds because of this. 2 more mobs, a bat and a wandering trader llama. The bat might die before we get the trader llama, so we're gonna pause here and officially move on to the next category. And that is the potions category. New category unlocked. But what's nice about this one is that this is officially the shortest category of them all. So I want to see if we can finish this entire thing before I go to bed today. As you can see, a lot of these achievements require brewing specific potions. So first things first, we're going to set up a potion station. Excellent. And the first achievement we're going to go for is to make all 45 types of potion tipped arrows. So basically the audio here was really bad because of the wind, but basically I collected an arrow of luck, which is like a harder version of this achievement. As I began the process of brewing all the potions, it was nice to have what some might call a rest. Just getting to sit here and brew all the potions compared to everything we had done before. So far, this challenge had taken me over 70 hours of recording time and 23 real-life days. This was by far my largest project ever. I'm sure, as you can tell based off of the video length. But despite what it might look like, I am not a machine that can indefinitely record and make massive projects. You know what else is massive? Anyways, this entire time, fatigue and fear had been building in my head. I wondered that if all these easy achievements had already taken me this long, what would the hard ones take? Genuinely, looking at the list of remaining super challenges worried me. I have to be smart with making these videos so that I can pay my monthly bills. These were thoughts that were going through my head as I finished up the 45 potion tipped arrows. But at this point, I was too far into the project. It was the sunk cost fallacy. I had one choice: to finish Blazing Caves. Failed concoctions. Make healing potions, oozing potions, and speed potions. And there it is, all 45 types of potion-tipped arrows gives us furious ammunition. There's hyper healing, nocturnal, true feather falling, turtle master, the invisible player, kill a creeper when I have invis, kill a mob that is wind charging, oozing, and infested, kill a mob with splash potions, kill a mob with lingering potions, drink a glass of water. We are nearly done with the potions category. Next up is an achievement called a much more doable incredible challenge where I have to just get every potion effect at least once in my playthrough. All we're missing is glowing, which we got, and then levitation, which we can get from our shulker farm as easily as that. So next up, we got to get an achievement called Gas Bomb, where we have to ignite a creeper that has every single potion effect. That is going to be fun. How does he even come up with something like that? Also, there's another achievement where you have to be attacked by a mob that has every potion effect, and we're going to just brew the potions for both of these at the same time. Now what we're going to do is find a mob to attack me. Oh my gosh. What just happened? Actually, wait a second. A creeper should work because when it explodes, that counts as getting attacked by it. And then if we do that, we can also multitask the gas bomb. Okay, let's hope this works. I have an extra totem, and here we go. Every potion effect. Now flint and steel him. And holy cow, yes! Oh my gosh, that was friggin' awesome. And look at this, we got 17 of 20 of the effects on the gas bombs. All right, so let's get the rest quickly. Okay, nice, glowing on a creeper. Now the withering effect by just pulling him onto the rose. And finally, we need to explode a creeper with the levitation effect. For that, we will once again use our shulker farm, bring one to the mainland, and now just try to get a shulker bullet to hit this creeper. Okay, yes, come on, and yes, let's actually go. And with just one more achievement in the potions category, things were about to ramp up in difficulty. It's called Mad Scientist, where we have to cure a zombie villager of every profession. And I'm pretty sure we have an even worse version of this later, where we have to cure every profession of every biome type, and there are 105 types in total, so that's gonna be fun. All right, so here's my game plan.
It's been a little bit, but step 1, get a bunch of villagers from the iron farm and give them all workstations. Step 2, get
the weakness potions and golden apples. It's okay, Morgan. I'm sorry. I wish. I just don't have the budget to, hire you for even more words on Fiverr just right now, but
okay, sounds good.
We also need a nitwit villager, so let me just grab one. Then we just have to unleash havoc upon all these guys, just like my villager pit, which was apparently struck by lightning because there are a ton of witches in there now. Nice, nice. Now everyone is a zombie.
And now step 3. Wait for them all to cure.
They're all cured, but I didn't get the achievement because I have to just cure one that has no job. Mad Scientist, yes, there we go. We are done with the potions category. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Dude, this looks so satisfying to see it 100% checked off. And also just a little update. We are at 9 apples eaten. And I'm going to pause for today because it has been a long day. Day 24, I did one last ski session because in 2 days, I go back to Texas. And there's kind of a story to be told where I nearly got arrested doing that.
But I'll tell you that when we get to it.
Hello again, everybody. Last day in Colorado. And today we're going to do some preparation for the upcoming achievements. Basically, I looked and I saw that there are a couple more that require lightning and mobs. So I want to get all the mobs captured and ready so that whenever we get our next storm, we can just be done with everything lightning related. So the first up is a super challenge called Nuclear Fusion, where you have to strike every mob that converts with lightning at once. That means a pig, creeper, mushroom, and villager. So outside of the nuclear base, I started by making a small pit where I then captured the pig.
Then Wunba got a villager from a nearby village, followed by a mushroom from the castle island. Finally, a creeper. But little did he know.
You know I can hear you, right? What does that mean?
If I tell you, then it won't happen.
Is something bad gonna happen?
Yes.
Then tell me, oh my gosh.
No.
Okay, you know what, dude? You're really gonna make me do this? Fine. I will step away from the computer so that you can tell them for retention purposes.
Wunba forgot to name tag the creeper.
Okay, I'm back. Have you told them yet?
Yep.
Whatever. Next is to kill a ghast with lightning, and for that I set up a big stone platform in a soul sand valley and made sure to put walls around it and a portal. After a couple mob cycles, I got a ghast to spawn, which was easily moved to the overworld. And with all this preparation in place, this now meant as soon as a thunderstorm happens, we should hopefully be prepared. And after that, I made my way back on the 100,000 block railway, which gave me an achievement for riding 1,000 blocks. Oh, yo, nice. That's a little freebie. Also, I was just looking at some of the upcoming super challenges. What the heck, dude? That is insane. Just as I was closing out my time in Colorado, I got 2 very quick achievements for feeding an ocelot and giving a fish to a dolphin to have it show me where a buried treasure was. And just like that, we had gotten a total of 951 achievements in Colorado. I felt that my time here was worth it. I had gotten the balance I desired, and now it was time to go to my home state, 1,000 miles away, to finish everything up. 1,000 miles solo, and the plan was to do it in a single day. Whoops, I'm sorry. For our friends across the pond, that's about 1,600 kilometers. This trip was gonna be exciting. Well, that's certainly one word for it, because I got pulled over. Yeah, the dude thought I was smuggling drugs or something from Colorado, so... We are officially back in Texas, and we are now at 11 days of apples eaten, so let's go. And today we're gonna start out the next category. I honestly think that the nether would be awesome. So by this point, we have done this many times. Let's go. A new category. So the first easy one is to place every block in the overworld. Then also place them in the end. Place a respawn anchor, trade with some piglins. You know what? This one's actually going to be fun because we have a piglin bartering farm that has 256 piglins in it. And hopefully we can get... Oh my gosh, that's actually crazy. We just got every bartering drop almost instantly. And 500 gold to piglins. Wow, okay. I mean, come on. The advantage of doing this in the hardcore world. Next up is to punch a strider while both you and it are in lava. However, not all of these achievements are going to be as easy as that. For example, send a piglin brute to the end and kill it before it converts. Do you realize how absurd that is going to be? Mine glowstone. Give a piglin elytra. Block a blaze's fireball with a shield. Oh my gosh, we are actually getting so close to 1,000 achievements. I cannot believe this. Hop in a cauldron with water in the nether. Freeze in the nether. Hit the bell in the nether. Then we need to use a lodestone in all 3 dimensions. Breed some striders, breed some hoglins, get a baby piglin to ride a baby hoglin, die to a hoglin, kill a zombie pigman on a strider. Why the heck is this guy called Thomas Jefferson? Kill a chicken jockey in the nether. You know what? I wonder if the drowns we saved earlier are gonna work for this. Imagine. Dang, okay, bummer. Maybe we still have one over here at the zombie pigman farm. Huh, okay, does not look like it. Oh, wait, we do have some Halloween mobs, though, and I actually saved these guys a couple years ago for, like, a future museum or something, but there are actually a couple of achievements for killing these guys. There we go, Handsome Jack, and that's actually an optional achievement, because most people would not want to wait for Halloween to get it. Sounds like a personal problem, if you ask me. And then just killing a normal pumpkin mob. Nice. Anyways, for our jockey, there's a neat way to manipulate the game into spawning one, which is going to require first setting up a big dirt platform and some walls, some scaffolding, and then we're going to throw a bunch of chicken eggs because for some reason, if you have chickens, the game is more likely to spawn baby mobs on them. It's a cool little trick and hopefully we get one because of it. Oh my gosh, that was just like 2 minutes. Bro, this works so well. What? Now we're going to get a cool one called Ludicrous Speed. Basically for this, we need to move the fastest way possible in the game, minus wind charges, of course, which we will be seeing later. We need some soul soil, some speed, a lead, and a dolphin. Also for this, your boots need to have soul speed and depth strider 3 on them. As you can see, we have Dolphin's Grace, drink the potion, and then hold shift on the soul soil so we don't fall off. Then boom, a free achievement. And dude, that is so sick. Cool. Now we're going to play Jenga, which we get by getting a double strider, and we'll pull him over towards the land. Nice. Let's just block everything in. And then the boat in a minecart, and then we ride him. That has got to be one of the best achievements we've done yet. Dude, I'm just having a blast right now on these nether ones. And speaking of which, there really aren't that many left. Right now, we got a... Ooh, okay, that one's gonna be tough. Stay in the nether for 20 in-game days.
And yep, that one sucked, but I decided to put it off for now because later we're going to get it automatically when we go to the world border through the nether.
So that means the last one we have to do in the nether is actually not in the nether. We have to kill a piglin brute in the end dimension. This It's not gonna be easy. Okay, I don't know if this is actually gonna work, but here's my plan. We need to first link a nether portal to just outside of our end portal like this. Okay, that's good. Then build a pathway that goes all the way over towards the bastion where we got our piglin brutes. And basically, we'll use this to get the brute in the end portal. And as you can see, when we go through, it all works. And then he should just drop into the end. You know what? This whole thing might actually be easier than expected. All right, buddy, just follow me. You are doing good. Oh, wait a second. We should pause and quickly go brew some Turtle Master potions so that I don't die to this guy. And also, probably a good idea to poison him so that he's quicker to kill in the end. Okay, should be good. Here we go. This is for Astro Brute in 3, 2, 1. Come on, now go through. Yo, no, what? Why is he not going through the portal? Please go through, please. I gotta do it all over again. Why did he not go through the portal? Maybe it's because he just came out of the nether and needs some time before going through. What if we set up some blocks like this so that he has time to like walk on them before going in? Also, just to check in, we are at 15 days of apples eaten. So this is actually my new record. The 20-minute strategy is seriously working. All right, time to go get a new brute. Here we go. Why are you not? No, dude. No. Literally die. Oh, makes me want to. Literally nobody asked for that gas to exist. Oh my gosh. That stupid gas messed everything up. And now I'm gonna have to go in for another whole. Come on. Dude, what the heck? This is ticking me off. How is this even possible? I had to build a new bridge over towards a bastion because we were totally out of brutes, which now meant bringing them over took even longer. Here we go. Please. What? Why is there a 20-second timer before they go through the portal? Actually, how are you supposed to get them into the end before they convert? With this achievement giving me the most trouble out of any of the previous ones, I knew that I had to be doing something wrong. When in doubt, I slow down and pet Murph. After doing this, I hopped onto a creative world to do some testing. Finally, after about 30 minutes of trying random things, I discovered a method that would work. Okay, geez, I am so ready to be done with this one, but what we're gonna do is set up an ice track outside of the end portal and build some walls around this. I found that if you move the brute inside of a boat, there are no portal timers and he just goes to the end. Let's pray this works, because I am starting to lose it. Okay, I've poisoned the brute, and we are also at 19 apples eaten. Come on. Overworld, yes. And end, yes. Pop out and kill it. Yes. Oh my gosh, Astro Brute. That took forever. Oh my gosh. Finally, after several hours of targeting the nether category, we had done every achievement that we could for now.
And this is where the challenge took a turn, because with me being in my normal setup, that meant I could officially stream it.
I think we are back. I guess I should probably catch you guys up on what's happened on the hardcore world. One advantage of streaming is that chat always has good ideas. Seriously, when I'm being stupid, they will pretty much always have a smarter solution. For example, I basically cannot lose the apple a day now, because if I forget to eat one, like 500 people will start spamming the word apple. And someone even suggested making apples my main food source. You are all the best. Now, the next category we're gonna work on is the enchanting category. All right, here you go, Nathan. All you have to do is say the words.
New category unlocked.
Yeah! Currently, we are at 983 achievements. It says 975 because it doesn't count the optional ones. So this section should hopefully get us to 1,000. First up, name a sword Diamond Edge, because it just sounds cooler. Name a bow Terminator. Is that like a movie reference or something? Name a trident with loyalty after Thor's hammer. Make an axe with perfect enchantments. Become a professional fisher. Hey, yo, at least I got 100 XP points for spending all those levels. Make a perfect mace. Oh my gosh. Okay, we need to go. Thank goodness we prepared for this.
Well,
No, I forgot to name tag him. We need a new creeper. I'm being harassed by these mobs. Come on. And yes, nuclear fusion. Okay, we need to go to the gas now. Come on. And hit the gas. No, he died to the trident, not to the lightning. Yup, so we lost that achievement because my trident is just too good. And of course, the thunderstorm ended. So I made a new trident without impaling and set up the ghast once more for whenever the next storm would be. Well, next up, we need to get a Bane of Arthropods 5 book, which we can simply buy from our villagers. Make a wooden sword with sharpness to get a rather pointy fence post. Fire aspect 2 on a sword. We are now 43 out of 54 on this category. Nice progress. So there's an achievement called Complete Enchanter for getting every enchantment through my enchanting career. And I think all we're missing for that is Windburst, which we'll get that in a little bit because now I want to make some diamond boots with Frostwalker and walk over the deep ocean. Okay, that just unlocked a new one where apparently we not only need every enchantment, but every enchantment at max level. That is not going to be easy. Like, bro, we're going to need so many Windburst books. All right, so we are in new chunks. I am hoping that we can quickly find a chamber. And you know what? While I was exploring, I actually found an ancient city and we need to pick up Swift Sneak just like that, which gives us like a ninja. And after that, it didn't take much longer for me to find a trial chamber. And so the search for a Windburst book began. Okay, no Windburst on the first chamber. We are on the second chamber. Come on. Vaults, what have you got? There's no way. There's no way. That has got to be the luckiest vault I've ever opened. And with all 4 Windburst books acquired, we can now make a level 3 Windburst book. And the final enchantment we need for our mace to make it perfect is just density 5. So, because I don't have a villager for density, we are just going to sit here and enchant until we get it. It was just a little longer of doing this until I got all the enchantments I needed to combine and make a perfect mace, which gave me 2 additional achievements. And also, look at this. We just need 1 more enchantment to get the Complete Enchanter achievement. And I'm pretty sure that I need multi-shot because I haven't ever had that before on the world. Next up, 2 easy ones. Sneak and sprint with speed 2 while wearing Swift Sneak 3 leggings. Try saying that 6 times swifter. Simple enough. And it looks like it gave me a fart in a jar. Intriguing. Then shoot a multi-shot crossbow. Alrighty, we are nearly finished with the enchanting section. I'm looking at the Master Enchanter one, and I think the last one we'll need is Breach 4. So probably the best way to get this will just be to enchant another mace. There we go. We are now at 52 of 54 on this category. We just have Handmade Blinding and Whack-A-Mole left. And I won't lie, I'm a little bit worried about Whack-A-Mole because the last time I tried to get this, it took me hours to perfect and finally get. But what I did find out last time is that we will need some soul sand and water for it. Then let's find some new chunks where we can get some armadillos to murder. And this mesa is gonna be perfect. So what we're gonna do is make a little hole to place the soul sand and water in so that we float, and this is where the armadillos are going to stay. Then some walls around here to make sure that when we do try it, we stay lined up with the Windburst. All right, so that's set up. Pretty much now all we have to do is just get some armadillos. I promise you won't die. I don't know why I said that. That was just a flat out lie. He's gonna die, and it's gonna be extremely painful. So I spent a few minutes going around the surrounding area until we had enough in the pit. At this point, I was nervous to attempt the achievement, so I went onto a creative world to get some practice. The problem I found was that hitting them 8 times in a row was extremely difficult because it required perfect timing. Someone in chat even had the idea to use an auto clicker to perfectly time the hits. However, after testing this several times, we had no luck until I decided to try putting a roof over my head, which would make it so that I didn't get launched as high from the Windburst effect each time. And this would just make everything a little more consistent. Oh my gosh, that was the 3rd time in a row. All right, I think that means it's time to try it for real on the hardcore world. I really want to get this first try, everybody. Okay, here we go. Our first attempt. What the? What? Why didn't it? Oh, no. Okay, so chat is saying because I have my armor on, the netherite prevents knockback. I forgot about that. What scared me about taking my armor off, however, is that when I was in the pit, I took a bunch of damage. I do not know why or how, but this meant that to perform this achievement safely, I would need to get a bunch of backup totems. Yeah, that should be enough. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes! 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 Let's go. That achievement is so bad to go for, and I just got it first try. This moment felt so good. I was proud that I had done it without the use of an auto clicker. And as I made my way back to base, this must have been my all-time high with this project, as I was at 26 apples eaten, only 4 days to go, and we were officially at 1,000 total achievements. Now, the pack only says 996 because, again, it doesn't count the optional ones. So before ending the day, I wanted to get 4 more easy achievements. So that means we gotta unlock the end category. I planted a chorus flower in the overworld, which gave me extra biologist. Then I named a shulker box blocks, ate a stack of chorus fruits all in one go, 999. And then finally, Rocket Man, where I just had to fill up my entire inventory with rockets. That was officially 1,000 achievements acquired. After 29 days of working through Blazing Caves, I was finally in the home stretch. Exactly 147 achievements to go. And I have a plan. Really, at this point, we just have to target whatever is left. So I want to get one in the end section called Diver's Dozen, where you have to shoot 12 mobs in a row without touching the ground. Nice, there it is. Okay, now for possibly my favorite achievement in all of Blazing Caves, get hit by an arrow that has visited all 3 dimensions. At first, this sounds pretty challenging, but here's how we're gonna do it. We need a little wall over the end portal just like this. Now we're gonna go to the nether and we shoot an arrow through, which lands on the wall. Then if we just mine the blocks like this, it falls into the end where we have to mine underneath and then Shopping! I like this one because it's just like a puzzle, and once you figure out the solution, it's simple enough. The next few are gonna be easy enough, like planting a potato in the end. Fight a wither here. Okay, these apples are honestly kind of trash. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, we're gonna cheat and eat some real food. All right, you know what? We're gonna just kill this guy with the mace instead. Come on, yo. Oh no, okay, come on, again. Yes, sir, let's go. That is awesome. Wait, what? The beginning, what is that supposed to mean? Now, at this point, I was still streaming, and Chad and I thought it would be fun content to get the 100,000 blocks out in the end dimension achievement. And this is typically pretty tedious, but chatting with people helped pass the time. Just before leaving for that, I blocked a shulker bullet with my shield, which yielded an achievement. Then we decided that if we had to fly all the way out there, might as well get a quick super challenge called Add a Straw, where you have to fly 10,000 blocks up in the world. So I slowly but surely made my way up. There we go. That did not take too long, but that is another super challenge done. All right, so we are now 35,000 blocks out in the world. And look at this. With this apple, that is 28 days completed. Oh my gosh. After all those failures, we are finally about to finish. I cannot believe it. And I pretty much just flew out, looted a few cities, got to the point where I can get an elytra in like 4 seconds, which is pretty crazy. 70,000 blocks out and 29 apples eaten. And then finally on day 15,307 and 92,000 blocks out, that is when I ate my final apple. Here we go. I have had an apple every day for 30 days, yet this achievement took me like 100 days realistically with all the failures. That is it for the entire farming category. Let's go. It felt so good to not have to worry about that anymore. Seriously, the anxiety every time I thought I forgot was unbelievable. And then after just a few more minutes, as we approached the 100,000 block mark out in the end, we are on 99,999 blocks. As soon as I move one more block out, we should get the achievement. Oh, one is for going 100,000 in the end dimension, and the other is to just do it in any dimension. Murph, don't let me leave, Murph. With that done, I found a gateway to get home, and now we enter the stage of this video where the remaining challenges are going to be much more challenging. Yo, this one is called Event Horizon, and is probably the most risky one we've done all video. We have to take void damage and survive it. So my strategy for this one is going to be to eat an enchanted apple and then just pray. Okay, we need to get down to y equals -64, and the damage should start there. Almost there. Come on. Come on. All right. Yes, perfectly executed. Oh my gosh. Void damage terrifies me. Now, a quick little achievement I forgot, kill a cow in the end. And we're actually getting pretty close to finishing the end category already. This one, void frogs, must be a reference to something, but I have absolutely no clue. Basically, we have to kill a frog that's falling into the void when it has slow falling. So I'll get all the items for this. And now what we're going to do is set up this little staircase thing here at the edge of the galaxy, which we will then need a tadpole to grow in so that we can bring him up here. Perfect. Okay, so he's trapped. Now what we got to do is splash him with slow falling and mine the bottom. All right, he's falling. Good, good, good. And yes, void frogs, easy peasy. All right, just two more. A quick one to die from an enderman. And finally, travel instantly from the nether to the end dimension. And this can only be done one way. That is to set up a respawn anchor and make sure you fully charge it. Then die in the nether and you will be instantly teleported to the end. Of course, I am not going to be dying in this video, just going to be popping a totem like that. And technically, I died with an anchor in the end, so I would count that. Let's actually go. We are at 1,016 achievements. What the heck, dude? I found a couple more freebies. I thought we got all of them, but okay. Kill an enderman in all dimensions. Be on half a heart for a full minute. So, how are you all doing? I don't know why I feel like I have to whisper when I'm on low health, but you've been watching for like 2 hours already. Type the number 23 in the comments if you're actually still here. Otherwise, I'm gonna assume that all the viewers are just sleeping viewers. All right, now die twice within 10 seconds. That is our first totem pop and another. Sweet. Ride a chest boat. So interesting. Yay. Pick up powdered snow. Be inside a sunken ship and a ship to become one with the boatception. And the last one I'm gonna go for today is to be in powdered snow for an entire Minecraft day. This one is called Captain America. Good morning once again. Today is gonna be a scary day, quite possibly our last day. I would like to get 100% of the Wardens out of the way for the rest of the challenge. There are several Warden achievements for getting hit by Wardens, killing a Warden, Wardens, Warden, Wardens, 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 Warden, Warden, Wardens, Warden. Yeah, basically every remaining Warden achievement we're gonna try to go for today. Now, to live another day after these achievements, we're gonna need to prepare with several items like signs, bone meal, kelp, water, TNT, a spyglass, totems, lots of totems, why not god apples as well, and max level turtle master potions. Now we're gonna use the Riptide Trident to get to some new chunks. Okay, awesome. This mountain rage is gonna work. So this is how we're gonna do it. Morgan, it is time.
Thank you. Step 1 is to build a water tube that goes from bedrock all the way to the top of the world. This will be helpful not only to stay safe, but also to get an achievement for having Warden at build height. Step 2. For the Warden Frostbite achievement, where one must kill a Warden in a snowy tundra, Wunba must build a pathway all the way there. Step 3. Use a slab to ensure the 3-block tall Warden will not be able to get to the safety tunnel.
All right, everything should be set. We got to spawn the Warden now, and I'm going to be using my bow so that I don't have to get close to him. I might even be able to... One. It's coming up. And there he goes. All right, next we got to fly up there before he pops up top. All right, the first achievement we're going to get is called Blind Stare. To look at him with a spyglass. Perfect. Okay, next follow me over to the frozen tundra, and we're going to get an achievement for tanking a hit from the Warden with maximum protection. That means Prot 4 armor, a God Apple, and Turtle Master all at once. Here we go, and... Nice. Now, I think he should just drop... No way, he still survived that? That's insane. Now, we're in the snowy tundra, and we also got to kill him with TNT, so this should help with 2 achievements. Okay, that only counted for the TNT, and I did not get Warden Frostbite for some reason. So we have to spawn another and repeat the process. Oh, you know what? We got to also kill the Warden in one shot with the mace, and this is the perfect chance to do it. There we go. Nice. That was crispy. Next Warden spawned. There we go. Warden Frostbite. Last two, block a Warden attack with a shield and die to a Warden. Here he comes. Enchanted Golden Apple and Turtle Master. Yes, that is it. Now Totem Pop. Yes. Leave, leave, leave. Okay, let's actually go. This setup was too good, dude. We just breezed through all of those. Just like that, we had finished many of the Warden achievements. I was feeling splendid, spectacular, exuberant. Those ones were seriously worrying me, but honestly were not too bad. The rest of the supers, though, those actually worry me.
And for good reason, but we're gonna be putting those off for now.
My plan is to go through the middle categories before the supers, and that means I want to finish up the weaponry category. And all of this is pretty grindy, so how about we do the Wunba Classic? A nice, quick mon- Gosh dang it, dude, it cut me off again. And there we go. That was some serious progress. But as you can see, we haven't finished. And that's because we need to do some achievements which relate to the Ender Dragon. If you've been a longtime viewer of the channel, you will know that I already killed the Ender Dragon on my world over 40 times. And the last time I did it, I said that I would never spawn another dragon again because my museum would be destroyed if I did. However, to get these achievements and several of the upcoming super challenges, we're going to have to utilize rule 2 of this challenge, which is backups. And I know, before you say it's cheaty, let me explain. I am still going to count the backup as the real world. If I die at any point on it, then that is going to count as a real death. The only reason we're using this backup is so that we don't destroy the Space Museum for a couple of silly achievements. And at the end of the day, this is my world. I don't care what the haters say. With that being said, it was here that I hopped into the backup for the first time. And the first achievement I planned to target was to kill the Ender Dragon 20 times. Okay, that should be good for the crystals. Now let's make our way to the end. And I can't believe we're about to do this, but I am about to respawn the Ender Dragon in my hardcore world. It has been about 4 years since I last did this. Huh. Well, that's not good. Oh, so it's not working because there are blocks above. So I got a bunch of TNT and began the process of blowing everything up. This is the backup, so we can have some fun with this. Whoa. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? How is this even possible? Excuse me, what? I have a portal right here, and there's another portal down here. How is this even possible? What? What did I do? I'm almost willing to bet that this is gonna work. I bet it's gonna look freaking weird. Yeah. Well, here we go. Oh, wait a second. I got these immortal crystals here, and I'm pretty sure we can't get rid of these. Well, the other crystals are easy enough, but this is gonna make the fight harder because the dragon is gonna be healing up the entire time. And there we go. That is the first kill down. And every mob killed, apparently. That was the last one I needed. Now, while we go for kill 2, there's an achievement for killing the dragon while wearing the dragon head. So let me just... Ooh, and block the dragon's attack with a shield. Okay, this ship is just getting desecrated. My goodness. As I fought more and more dragons, the next achievement was to kill the dragon without touching the ground. So as soon as I placed the crystals, I flew into the air and then the battle commenced. There we go, our next super challenge. We're still trying to kill the dragon 20 times, but let's focus on the other dragon-related supers. We need to defeat the dragon, the wither, and the raid within 30 seconds of each other and defeat them all without taking damage. This is called the perfect run and is quite possibly the hardest non-optional achievement in the entire pack. I won't lie. This is one of the achievements that I have been dreading. I'm not sure if you realize how hard this is. The explosion of the end crystals when spawning the dragon. If you take any damage, it's over. The wither exploding. A single hit of any of the waves of the raid mob. Landing too hard with the elytra. Bowing the end crystals and you accidentally hit yourself. Any damage at all. And this entire achievement is lost. To get this, you literally need perfect gameplay and quite a bit of luck, as you will soon see. So to begin the challenge, step 1 is to simply summon everything within 30 seconds. Even that in its own is challenging. All right, my thought is we start with just getting the wither ready under the portal. Just 2 skulls for now. Then 3 of the crystals like that. Now, we got to get a villager in the end, which surprisingly is the easiest part of this achievement. There we go. Now to summon everything properly. I believe we drink the bottle first. Okay, great. Then that starts the 30-second raid timer. Now we go up to the wither and cannot take any damage when landing. Okay, good, good, good. Now summon him. And now the final crystal. And everything is going. Jeez, though, I think this might be the first time I've ever seen 3 boss bars at once. That is honestly kind of sick. Now, we got to be quick. The first thing, let's just come down here and easily kill the wither. We got to just hope that the dragon doesn't shoot us. Okay, and dead. Yes. Okay, that is 1 down. I think we should next probably target the dragon. What? When did I take damage? Dude, I don't even remember that.
And yep, this is the part that sucks, because to reset the attempt, it would take me like 30 minutes every single time.
You know what? This actually isn't the worst, because I noticed that some of the pillagers are getting stuck in the ship. So let's actually just grab some bells, which are going to help us out. And as the raid was fully cleared, that actually granted we're in the end game now achievement, which is absolutely an Avengers reference, because I got the Infinity Gauntlet as a reward. All right, potion has been drunk. Spawn the wither, and we're gonna wait for him to explode. Great. Now summon the dragon. Yes, that is how we do it. That's the first one down. Yes, look at that. The challenge even says 1 out of 3. So now we just got to be careful the rest of the time and not take any damage. Fortunately, there is no time limit for this one. Okay, all the crystals are gone. Just gotta kill the dragon. Wait, what? How did I take damage, dude? Well, officially attempt 3 now. The wither is down. Crystals now. No, 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 no. That was damage. Are you serious, dude? Summon the withers, crystals, dragon dead. Yes. Okay, that is 2 of 3 bosses killed. And oh my gosh, I have not taken any damage yet. We just have to defeat this raid and we have it. Okay, so I think just bowing them is the strat. There's honestly no point to get close to them at all. Okay, nice. That is the first wave down. Wave 2 is down. Wave 3 is down. Wave 4 down. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, slow and steady is the trick. All right, you know what? I'm going to try a Hail Mary. I'm going to try to just drop TNT on them. And this might be a really bad idea, but it might also kill them. Okay, actually, wait a second. That did sort of work. Okay, there we go. That is wave 5 down. Let's go. And we have still not taken any damage. Thankfully, most of wave 6 was easy to clear. And then it was just down to the final couple illagers inside of the ship. Yes, there he is, and dead. Oh my gosh. Yes, that was the last wave. Oh, that's such a relief. My heart can rest easy now. All right, one more super challenge. I want to quickly kill the wither without touching the ground while wearing the dragon head. I mean, this has got to be a joke of an achievement, but everyone, those were stressful but fun. Yeah, that was so fun. Now, we got just one more, and then we're done with all the dragon achievements. Just have to kill it 20 times in total. So here we go. Keep in mind, this is still counting as the main hardcore world. 1 death here, and it would be over. But finally, after about 40 minutes of killing dragons, I approached the end of the 20th. Ring in the end. Wow, that feels good. I just cannot believe how close we're getting to finishing this pack. This is crazy, guys. Wear a Curse of Binding pumpkin. Yeah, there's no way I was gonna do that in the real world. But look at that. The entire enchanting category is finished. Holy crap. And with all those achievements completed, I hopped onto the real world, gave myself all the achievements we just earned, and that officially completes section 3 of this video. Now, we move on to the hardest achievements of each category. These are not even super challenges, but rest assured, they will take us hours to finish. We are at 1,046, 1,051 if you count the optional ones, and I'm still hoping we can get everything done in under 1,000 days, but we will see. Now, I was looking through what we could finish, and I saw that there was only one more end achievement to complete that entire category.
One more. That was visible.
So we have to kill a stray or skeleton while both it and I are floating with levitation. I think I got a good way to do this, actually. So what I want to do is get a shulker again, bring him over to the land, and yeah, this is going to be similar to the creeper one we did earlier. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on, hit me. Yes! There we go. There we go. We got it. We both got levitation. Good stuff. Good stuff. The end milestone is finished. We are most definitely in the end game now. What to work on? Man, what do I do? What if we did the monsters category? I feel like I've seen these before. Man, deja vu is crazy. So here we go. New category unlocked. And first up, teleport into a mob, jump on a slime block, give a zombie full diamond armor and a totem. Now, buddy, take this sword and we gotta kill you. Custom boss fight. Honestly, that's a pretty cool name for that achievement. I actually love that we're way over 1,000 achievements, and because we're in the hardcore world, some of them still feel free. But you know what won't be free is the next achievement we're gonna begin targeting. Eat 1,000,000 spider eyes. Yup. Yup. Nope. I'm just kidding. It's only 1,000 spider eyes. But still, that is a real achievement, and the creator of Blazing Caves is a psychopath. What's funny is that because we ran our raid farm in the past for like 300 hours, we have a couple spider eyes. Do you think we have enough spider eyes? If I had to guess, I would say we have at least 10 spider eyes in here. You know what? I actually feel vindicated for collecting these. The amount of people that told me saving these eyes was pointless. Look at who's laughing now. Actually, it's probably still you guys, because I'm the one who's going to be suffering eating these spider eyes for the rest of this challenge. We're going to just get rid of the pork because this is going to be my main food source for now until we eat all of them. Now quickly ride a skeleton horse for the undead cavalry. Drink milk or honey when on half a heart with the poison effect active. Whew. Eating spider eyes to recover from poison is a strange feeling, but we only got about 990 to go. Now by bringing a husk all the way from our nuclear base over and killing it in a snowy tundra, we get freezing. Now, might as well bring the stray to the desert for melting. No, dang it, the lead just broke. Well, it's becoming day. I'm gonna have to do this one later. Now, there's an achievement I want to get where you have to kill a witch with a splash potion. At first, this sounds easy enough, except for the fact that witches take 85% less damage from potions than other mobs do. And if you remembered earlier, they heal up anytime you damage them. So what we're gonna have to do is something similar to before when we got the raid achievement. We just have to drop a witch so she's on half a heart, and then come on, come on, come on. Yes. All right, nice. That was not too shabby. And guess what? It is becoming night again. Jeez, I haven't seen the night in like 10 minutes. All right, time to move the stray to the desert and kill him. Good stuff. Nice. Next is to kill a phantom from more than 30 blocks away. Now kill every type of baby zombie mob. That's kind of mean. What? The final one we need, though, is just the baby zombie villager, which we can get from a normal villager from our breeder, and once it's night, convert him into a zombie. I didn't have anything to say. I was just clearing my throat. Shoot a mob with a poison arrow, then kill an enderman with an arrow. Impossible. I'll give you 5 seconds to figure out how this is possible. You ready? Man, we are just steamrolling through these achievements right now. Also, I got a new editor. Let me know what you guys think. Is he good? I paid him $50 to edit this entire video. Then another for blocking a trident attack with a shield. I forgot that one earlier, but super easy because of our rare dude we saved. You know what? We might as well just get this one called Captain Etho, where you have to kill a drowned with a trident and a nautilus shell. For anyone wondering, the odds of a drowned spawning with these is about 1 in 2,000, but our farm makes it basically free. Wait, is that one right there? That's literally one right there. There's one with the trident and nautilus shell right there. No way. That was so fast. Dude, that was so fast. I can't believe we got that already. That was so easy. It was honestly unbelievable that I got the 1 in 2,000 chance in like 30 seconds. But what can I say? I'm a lucky man. Maybe I should go play the slot machines and test that theory when I'm 21. One more freebie achievement: to kill a mob while wearing its head. And done. Those were all pretty easy, and now it's time to turn up the heat. We're going to begin working on a fun one called Basket Block Championship for killing an Enderman that is holding every possible block it can hold. That is literally an achievement. You quite literally have to do everything you can imagine in Blazing Caves. Now, I've actually gotten this one before on a previous Blazing Caves run, and the best strategy I found for it is to first collect all the required items, which, because I was streaming this, I made a bet with chat that I could collect everything in under 5 minutes from my storage, or I would have to do 1,000 push-ups. Yup, I told you all I could do it. 3.5 minutes, easy.
Except that I forgot a single block.
So basically the strat is to just go out here with a bunch of endies and place down all the blocks for them to start picking them up. Nice, look, there's the melon already. And that is 1 out of 40 completed. Yep, so this is gonna take some time, and I think we're gonna do another mob. No! Oh my gosh, it's been like 40 minutes. I just realized I forgot the mycelium block. No, that means I didn't do it in under... I am a man of my word. This is honestly a flex though. How many Minecrafters do you know that have done 1,000 push-ups in a single day? I'm kind of trolling the chat right now because whoever guesses the current achievement number gets pinned. I'm psyching you guys out. I'm psyching you out. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Lotus. Die to a creeper. Just 3 more achievements in this monster category. Eat 1,000 spider eyes, reunite all zombies and their baby forms together, and reunite all skeletons together. So we're gonna start with the skeleton one, and we're gonna need some blocks to contain them all, some stuff to spawn a wither, and boats to move them. Now, the best place to get all these guys together is gonna be this wither arena, because I made these beacons underneath in case anything goes south. And I think we should just start with making a little plus-shaped cage. The idea is we get a skeleton into each one of these corners so that they won't shoot each other. And the first mob we're gonna do is the wither skeleton, which we can get from our nether fortress by just flying him back. Next, the skeleton horse, which is simple enough. Or not. Next, the skeleton horse, which is simple enough. Okay, good. We got him. Next, the skeleton, which we got from our ghast platform. Also the wither, but we won't be spawning him quite yet, because we just need to get the bogged and the stray, then we should be set. Okay, so pretty sure we can get a bogged in the swamp just past my beautiful wave machine. It just makes me tear up every time. Have we got a bogged? Oh my gosh! We got a wandering trader. Finally! Oh yes! Yes! He sells coral. Firstly, lead one of them. And yes, that was the final mob I needed for the follow the leader. Let's go. Okay, guess what? He has got coral. And there we go. The entire adventure category is completed. Oh my gosh.
Well, we actually still have 3 optional achievements, but we can finish those later.
Because right now, I gotta deal with these trader llamas too. Now, we need to breed the llamas, and you cannot do that when the trader is connected. I'm so sorry, buddy. I got him into a boat. I bet I got y'all with that one thinking I was about to kill him. Nope. We just need to move these guys all the way back to the nuclear base where we can tame them, and now they won't ever despawn. By breeding them... Oh my goodness, this is just so nice right now to see all these hard achievements I've been working on getting finished up. So one more we were working on, if you remember Animal Kingdom, which by the way is a reference to a TV show that I was actually on as a background character when I was younger. But yeah, now that we got this guy, the final mob we need is just a bat. Well, calling it just a bat is a bit of an understatement. It's actually gonna be a pretty bad one, because a couple years ago, I had to move some bats, and I found that you can't lead them, can't boat them, can't minecart them, can't push them with water. In fact, they just suck. The only method I found to move them was to build a tunnel and wait for them to fly down it, then block behind them. So I found a bat on the edge of the perimeter, got it trapped and name tagged before building a tunnel all the way from the edge towards the other mobs. This bat just has to be within 32 blocks of the other mobs, so this should be good. And what's funny is actually as I was about to move the bat, I noticed that some more spawned in the tunnel animal closer to the end, which made my job extremely easy. And boom, that is the bats in place. All right, it is time to attempt the achievement. I should just have to move the hoglin to the overworld, and because we've collected every other mob, it's gonna work. Well, that would have been the case if not for it having rained at least once and causing my strider to die. So I got a new strider, and it still didn't work because at some point, some of the other mobs killed each other. So I got all the new mobs. And finally, the attempt. Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! We got it! We got it! W's! You are gonna die. That is so sick. We don't need these animals anymore. And there is one more weaponry achievement to shoot every type of land mob. That wandering trader got me like 15 achievements. Thank goodness. And that is so nice to see that entire category done. Now we can go back to what we were doing before all that chaos, which were the monsters. It really doesn't matter how we do this. So we'll start with a grown-up and baby villager, which we'll be converting into zombies. It's night, so gonna get a stray, some zombie pigmen. Ooh, we need some drowns. And thankfully we got our crazy farm. Bring the bogged, some zombies. Yeah, that was just stupid. And if I've categorized everything correctly, these should be all the zombies and their baby forms for the family reunion achievement. Yes, yes. Okay, there we go. Only 2 more monster achievements and we're done. And we should have all the skeletons set as well. I need to just double check the wiki first. And then by spawning the wither, we should hopefully, maybe, just possibly get the bone to party achievement. Break the skull. This is it. For the win. Yes, bone to party. There it is. There it is. Okay, good stuff. We got bone to party. With that achievement completed, that marks every monster category 1 finished, except for the final 1000 spider eyes. And we're already at 282. And I know what you think. The video is going well. Well, no, it's not. Or at least it won't be in a moment, because here we enter quite possibly the section of the video that for me was the most painful. Getting a level 5 llama to finish up the entire animal category, as that was the last achievement. You're probably wondering what a level 5 llama is. It's basically one that can hold the most chest slots. Not really that helpful, but we have to get it for the advancement. This entire time I had been breeding the llamas, trying my hardest to get the level 5. Turns out it's pretty difficult to get it through breeding, as chat told me. So I figured I would go out and randomly tame one instead. The odds are only 1 in 125, so how long could this realistically take?
Surely, we would finish by the end of the stream.
Well, we can use our lovely Riptide Trident to get to some new chunks, and then we just start taming these guys and hope to get lucky. Dang, imagine the first llama was it. No, 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 not a, no, 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 nope, nope, nah, nah, nope, nope, nah, nope, 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 nope. I spent 7 hours on stream, and after hundreds of llamas, still did not get it. The odds of getting it once are again only 1 in 125. But over 300 llamas in, people began to calculate the odds of me having not gotten it to be less than 10%. We literally got an achievement for riding llamas 10,000 blocks. The short amount of time that I rode each llama in between taming them, they slowly moved, and that distance added up to over 10,000 blocks. I hope that goes to show you just how unlucky I was. And given I had been streaming for a long time already, and it was getting late in Texas, I was forced to end stream before getting it. I felt like the whole flow of the speedrun leading up to this had been so efficient, and this just tanked it. It has officially been over a month of working on this challenge, and I began this day with low spirits. All I wanted was to get this llama. Because of the amount we had already tamed, I honestly thought that because my world is so old, maybe the llamas we had tamed were generated in old versions before level 5 llamas existed. Once I get a level 5, it'll just automatically give me the achievement. We tested it on a creative world, and it does work, so we know that will for sure. Oh, yes! 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 My pain and suffering has been extinguished! Ah! Yes! Oh, that's so great. Oh, that's so great. All right. And officially, we had finished the animals category. Unofficially, we still had a couple optional advancements in there, but that's okay. We will do all those in the end. So I made my way back, which was over 30,000 blocks. And keep in mind, this entire time I had been eating spider eyes, which was perfect because now we were almost at 700. Soon I can switch back to a good food source. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to have that llama one finished because now we can move on to the final 3 categories: biomes, redstone, and statistics. These shouldn't be too tricky because it was here that chat told me there is a hardcore version of blazing caves. Basically, the entire time when we've been popping totems to count as a death, apparently, had I just gotten the hardcore version, all you have to do for those achievements is just take some damage from those mobs. So basically, we were working harder, which means once we unlock this biomes category, it's all gonna be much easier. And now the first one we're gonna get is to get attacked by a polar bear. Now get attacked by a dolphin. Nice, 1,080 achievements in total. To finish up the biomes category, we have a bunch of random things to do, like feed cakes to all 7 types of pandas. Why is this an achievement? I don't know. But I'll tell you, the intro wasn't a joke. We are literally doing everything. Hopefully it should not take too long. Oh, you know what? Breed 2 pandas, nice. Actually, one of the pandas we need is a brown one, so we'll take these guys back to the nuclear base to start breeding them and get going on that. I think it's like a 1 in 50 chance to get one. All right, so for the cakes, here is the first of 7, the playful panda. Fantastic, nice. And a couple more right here, 3 of 7. What is up, my dude? Okay, wait, that is a creepy smile. What the heck? 4 of 7. Oh, okay, there's an angry one, which actually we need to get attacked by as well. Kung Fu Panda, that is an awesome reference. So we got here. Oh my gosh, it's a brown one. It's legit a brown one. FBI, open up! So what's funny is the achievement doesn't ask you to be near a brown panda. It wants you to breed for a brown panda, which means we gotta breed these 2 and hope for the 50-50 chance of getting it. Nope. Okay, well, in 5 minutes we can try again. Also, eat a cake, buddy. Nice, that is 6 of 7. With the incredible find of the brown panda, I was exhilarated to finish this category. However, things only got better because just a couple minutes after that, oh, we got 2. We have another one. Wait, oh no, is this the same one or is this another one? This is another one. This is legit a second one. So I brought the 2 brown pandas together, which gave me a 100% chance at breeding for a baby brown one. Nice. Also, super quickly, I went back to base to breed my ocelots, which gave me Simba. And now the final one in the biome section is to find a worried panda and feed it a cake, which wasn't too challenging. It just took about 30 more minutes. We have one, maybe, just perhaps. There's a chance. Wait. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. He's running from me. Eat a cake, mister. Yes! Yes! Double doozy! Wow, progress is progressing. Only 5 more main milestone things to finish, and we just need a few in each. This feels so good. Before I ended stream, I wanted to get to 1,100 advancements in total. So I took a look into the redstone section and saw that I could go for a few quick ones, like placing a target, a comparator on the side of a chiseled bookshelf, craft a furnace minecart and power it, tune a note block through every possible tune. That's funny. Hold a shulker of skulk. Ah, okay. Well, they couldn't be free forever. Let me go get some more. Crafters crafting crafters. Do I even need to explain that one? Now factorial, which for this, we just have to be near a crafter as it makes 64 dispensers. It's not too challenging. We just need to put the materials inside of the crafter and then a bunch of bows in these chests so that they automatically fill up. And sit here as the machine crafts them. Oh, okay. This one might take a little while. We have to play a note block in every biome. Dang, I should have done that earlier when I was flying around, but all right, I guess the best way to do this one is through a mod. Okay, actually, this isn't as bad as I thought. It's pretty fun going around the world. Oh my gosh. Dude, that could have just ended it. I mean, all of our work and effort could have just been gone instantly. That was so stupid. One more achievement and we will hit 1,100. We need to play a note block on every type of block. So 1,099. The final one is to place every mob head on a note block and play its sound. Yes, 1,102 achievements, only 53 to go. At this point, the end of Blazing Caves is imminent, and the final big category to work on is going to be the statistics category, which, because I had been streaming for several hours that day, I was going to finish up by working on an AFK one, which says to go 50,000 blocks on a railway. And if you didn't know, I have a 100,000 block railway in my world, so this is going to be perfect. Here we go. For the next 3 hours, I will be writing this. Oh man. I began day 33 by officially unlocking the final category, because my goal for today is to try to finish everything inside of here. We'll be ignoring all the lesser achievements like this, where we have to swim 50,000 blocks. There are achievements for swimming less distance. It's kind of just pointless to include those. And my method for getting these quickly is going to include this long line of soul sand and Dolphin's Grace. You see, if we lead him to a fence in the middle, I can pretty much just... Seriously, with this method, I was able to swim 50,000 blocks in just about 10 minutes. Next up, as you can see, there are quite a few achievements for riding animals a specific distance. And the thing is, this will take me hours. So I'm gonna just buckle in and start riding. What? No. See, that's the boring way to do it. What if I told you I have a machine that will get us these achievements, like riding a horse 50,000 blocks in about 5 seconds? Allow me to show you. So, with this machine, we need to spawn a ton of snow golems. The more snow golems we spawn, the quicker we get the achievements. We're gonna just start with 24 so that they don't entity cramp. Now splash them with oozing, and then kill them. But if you heard that, a ton of slimes were just sent to the nether. Now, on the nether side, as you can see, we got a bunch of slimes in here, and we just gotta kill all the medium ones so that it's only babies. The first mob we're going to try to max the stats on is the Strider. So we get him into this boat and watch and learn. The totem, just in case, wind charging, Uzi. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm about to get the 10,000 blocks achievement. Dude. Look at... That is so crazy. And how high am I gonna go? Dude, that was literally only 24 snow golems. But okay, we are finally slowing down. And here comes the ground. I hope I don't die. Okay, we're fine. Thank you. Now, we're gonna repeat this with the llama. If you didn't know, riding a llama counts towards the horse statistic. I also put 48 snow golems in this time. So hopefully we can get launched a little higher, because this time we need to ride the llama 50,000 blocks. It's one step for mankind, one giant leap for... Oh my gosh! There's the achievement, and we're finally slowing down. About 84,000 blocks this time. What the heck? That was just 48 snow golems, so it's not even double. It's exponential. What would happen if I put like 1,000 snow golems in there?
Well, you'll get to see later.
Next up, the pig. And this time I was actually on a call with my friend Sammy and thought it would be funny to see his reaction. Do you want to see the coolest thing?
Show me.
All right, look at this. You ready?
Yeah. What is that? What? What in the world?
I just got 3 achievements for doing that.
What in the world? Oh my gosh. Bro, are you not afraid of losing your hardcore world right now?
No, I'll be okay. I'll land and survive. I just wanted to point out the absurdity of this situation. I am currently 25,000 blocks in the air, riding a pig in a boat, eating spider eyes. Like, what the heck? Blazing Caves has got to be one of the most fun ways to experience Minecraft. Well, there we go. That is it for the mob riding achievements. Unfortunately, this trick doesn't work with just you in the boat. So getting the riding a boat stat, we just have to do manually on my ice road. Next stats achievement is to kill 25,000 mobs, which is actually easy because of my gold farm. It literally took like 2 minutes to get. So this next one is kind of annoying. We have to breed 2,500 mobs, and the reason it's annoying is because if I had my actual hardcore stats, we would have gotten this one already when I bred for the blue axolotl. And because chat told me that pigs are probably the easiest animal to breed a bunch of, these 2 pigs here are going to be the beginning members of my army. But if we ever want to get to the point of those scary foreshadows, we're gonna need a good way to farm some carrots or potatoes to breed them. How do I even know about those scary foreshadows if I'm recording this very line in the past before we got there? That is a crazy paradox. So I think for the farms, we should do some nano crop farms. Oops, wrong farm. That's not right. All right, there we go. There we go. I've heard that these are pretty quick and easy to build, and I found a link to a tutorial to make one, so I got the materials, and then the way this works is that all these chests are full of bone meal, which will be constantly growing our plants, and then we'll just sit here and plant them instantly using an auto clicker. This piston actually breaks the plants because when it closes, it's too dark for the plants. So nice. Look at that. That is already so many potatoes. Sweet. All right, let's go breed the pit. Cool. So yeah, we will just be working on breeding these guys as we finish up the rest of the stats, like enchanting 250 times. Man, this is gonna take so many levels. I'm sad now. Well, might as well get started. The fastest way I can think of to enchant 250 items is to just get a bunch of books, then we just fill our entire inventory. Once we finish enchanting the full inventory of books, I literally just dump them out onto the ground and do it again. Nice. Now breed the pigs again. Okay, cool. So next up is to trade 2,500 items with villagers. This is going to be a breeze because, well, we got about 100 million emeralds. And if we just go to the villager trading hall, we can literally just buy out all these villagers. It's like that Mr. Beast video from a while back where we just buy out the entire grocery store. Sweet, and that gets us to 1,109 achievements. That's not even counting the optional ones. And so, this is where we enter the part of the video that is either going to be hit or miss. What do I mean by that? It's actually quite simple. I'm either going to live or I'm going to die. There are a couple of statistic achievements remaining that will take me over 100 hours to target. Eat 5,000 food items, run 250 kilometers, and walk 1,000 kilometers. That is the same as 1,000,000 blocks. Just for reference, the 1,000,000 blocks walking achievement will take over 65 hours to get. Yep, so just running that through the calculator, I can confirm that if we don't find a way to speed this up, we will be here way past 1,000 days just for those achievements. But how can you even speed up walking? Speed potions? That's only 20% quicker. Soul soil and speed potions might cut it down to like 30 hours. But what if I told you there was a machine that doesn't even use redstone, which can make me walk 1,000,000 blocks in about 2 hours? Yeah, I bet you wouldn't believe me, and that's because that machine doesn't exist. But I bet I got you, because actually the machine does it in just 30 minutes. For reference, that means we will be walking 555 blocks per second. Allow me to show you how it works. So we're gonna first need some blue ice, fences, grindstones, chests, hoppers, a ton of wood, observers, don't worry, these won't be in the final machine, water, and then leaves. Now, I'm gonna build the machine right here, and if you can believe it, this entire thing is less than 10 blocks wide. First, we need the ice, then some waterlogged leaves, like so, then make all the wood into planks, and grindstones like this around the water, fences, and repeat. Okay, this is all extra. So I don't know how safe this is going to be. There is a non-zero chance that I will die or get stuck. So we have all these coarse fruits to escape in case that happens. Now we need dispensers facing downwards onto the leaves, hoppers, chests, fence gates, and we load each of these dispensers up with several hundred boats. I'm sure you can see where we're going with this. In case this does a ton of damage to me, we are going to have totems, many backup totems. All right, let's test this on one side. I should get launched immediately to the other. Okay, yes, okay. And the best part is that I took no damage. So it is officially time to test this in 3, 2, 1. What? This is incredible. I'm at 154 kilometers so far. This is gonna take like no time at all. Dude, if I just go in free cam and watch my player, this is like the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. How is this even Minecraft anymore? I'm like a ghost. What the heck? What? Oh my gosh, my player. All right, so I think for the sprinting one, all we have to do is face one of the directions and then just hold the sprint key. It literally counts towards the stat. So for reference, we are running forward, walking backwards, and as you can see, when we sprint, my hunger begins to go down. So so we can just eat spider eyes, which counts towards the monsters and the 5,000 food items eaten. We are literally multitasking 4 extremely challenging achievements all at once right now. And getting out of this machine is simple enough. You just open a fence gate and walk into it. So we're gonna quickly pause and go breed the pigs. Seriously, I just gotta focus on all these achievements, and I think what I'll do is I'll show you all the moments when we get them. So with that being said, let's hit a nice crispy mod. This is an optional achievement that's supposed to take 65 hours, but we did it in about 2 with this method. Yes! Yes! Oh man. Let's see what it looks like. There it is. Walk 1,000 kilometers. The statistics tab shall no longer be the grindy super challenges tab. Wow, and we got this time machine. You'll need it to get back all those hours you spent. That is our 5th optional achievement. And it's time to go breed the pigs again. As you can see, there is a whole army of them at this point. So it looks like the hardest stats achievement left is to just survive an entire year. What they don't know is that my hardcore world is over 15,000 days old, but with the statistics reset for this video, we're just at 282 days. So that'll take some time. Look at that though. We are at 1111 achievements plus all of the optional ones, meaning there are just 39 achievements left. And I think this is going to be a good point to get some more of the optional ones out of the way. So the first we're going to get is in the biome category for entering a modified jungle edge. The reason this is optional is because that biome no longer exists in modern day Minecraft. And the best we can do now is just use a seed finder with my seed to find the exact coordinates of where one would have spawned and then go to that spot in my world. So as we travel to the location, I should also mention that back when these still existed, I actually did go to one before, so I've technically already done this in my world. Sweet, here we are. As you can see, the coordinates line up with the biome finder, and I know this doesn't look like a jungle at all, but if this was the old version of Minecraft, it would technically be one, so I'm gonna just give myself the achievement. And that is our 6th optional one done. Next is the one that I regret most, crafting a stack of every single armor trim. It's not even that hard to do, but I wasted 8,500 diamonds crafting them all. I've saved these diamonds for years, and spending them on these trims just hurts so much. I literally ran out of pure diamonds, so I had to pause and fortune 3 a couple more stacks of ores I had to get enough. Okay. There we go. Oh my gosh. I just spent way too many diamonds for that achievement. Do I even need to explain why that is optional? Breed the pigs again, and we now are beginning to have what I would consider an army, but it's still not enough. We aren't even close to 2,500 animals bred. I next paused on the optional ones to finish up with sitting in the machine running to get closer to the 5,000 food items, and I also put trapdoors up top so that I could begin to work on the 100,000 jumps achievement. And yup, this pretty much just went on for hours. Not much to commentate about it, until eventually I got the 2x2 achievement. Yo, there we go, 2,500 animals bred, and wow, this is a friggin' army, guys. The first 2,500 people to comment the word pig, I will name one of these after you. Yeah, I'm just kidding. This is too laggy. I'm sorry. I gotta get rid of them. After this, I spent the next few hours assembling a bed frame in my apartment as I AFK ate the 5,000 foods. Mammoth steak. Now, the penultimate stats achievement for the day was to open 500 loot chests, which really didn't take too long after I turned on my Warden switch and opened a bunch of chests in ancient cities. We are really close now, and the final super challenges are starting to worry me. A thought that scared me is that these are called super challenges for a reason. What if these take longer than all of the achievements before them? If that's the case, I could die in-game, or maybe in real life, depending on how hard they were, or how long they might take. Although that is going to be for the final step. We're almost there. I closed out the day by AFK jumping 100,000 times, which took about 2 real-life hours. This took so long. There it is. Jumping jacks. Oh my gosh. Just one more achievement in the stats category, which we will automatically get in 50 days. This is unbelievable. After 34 real-life days, there were just 32 achievements left. I felt like I might actually be in the home stretch, assuming that the super challenges weren't as bad as I imagined they might be. So there are just a couple redstone challenges left before we move on to the hardest ones for the rest of the video. Firstly, we need to hit a target block with every type of projectile: firework, ender pearl, wind charge, arrow, trident, splash potion, fishing rod, snowball, enchanting bottle, and an egg. Next, I'm gonna kill a wither next to a skulk catalyst. Actually, we gotta do this for every hostile mob, but let's just start with the three-headed man. So remember our wither killing machine? This is hopefully just going to work. My thought is we just place a catalyst next to these guys, and when they die, it should count. Actually, you know what? We'll just manually kill them. It'll be even faster. I might have just broken the machine. Has anyone ever heard of procrastination? I think we're just gonna leave this. 2 more redstone. This next one scares me a bit. We have to build a redstone machine that launches the player 100 blocks in the air. And we'll just skip past all the failed attempts I had. I popped so many totems until finally, after reading a Reddit post, someone said that you get launched higher by TNT if you take some damage just a couple ticks before the TNT explodes. So I figured I would give it a try, and oh my gosh, that actually worked. What? Why does that work? That's so weird. Okay, well, we got it. Just 1 more redstone achievement. Kill every type of mob next to a skulk catalyst. At this point, the joke is getting kind of old, but this really would be best in the form of... And finally, we just need to kill the Warden next to a skulk catalyst, which really isn't any different than how we did it before. Got it. Awesome. Monstrous sacrifices, and then the entire redstone category is done, which gave me mechanics trophy. Give me somewhere to stand and I can move the earth. And we are at 1,120 plus the optional ones, so only 27 achievements remain. This is where we enter the final stage of the video, the super challenges, and the hardest optional ones. Well, just after we get the 1,000 spider eyes eaten, because we're sort of on 999 right now. Here we go. Pupil poppers, monster milestone. Good stuff. Look at all of these categories finished, everybody. We have 1 more statistics, 2 more nether, and then super challenges. Now, the first super challenge I'm gonna work on is called Global Vaccination, where you have to cure all 105 types of villagers. For those of you wondering how this is possible, there are 15 types of villager professions for each biome and 7 biomes in total. And I won't lie, this achievement scares me a bit. I think it is gonna take a long time. So we're gonna need a good plan to tackle it. And my thought is that we use the villager breeders we already got and put 2 of each biome into them, then wait a long time to get a ton of each villager. However, to have enough breeders for all the biomes, we gotta build 3 more. Perfect. Now, we already got a few biomes. The ones I'm missing are Acacia and Snowy. So... all right, hop into my boat, please. Thank you. Time to go. That's it. Next up, the snowy villagers. Yeah, and pretty much we already got the jungle and swamp ones, which were the hardest, so the rest of this should be more manageable.
Well, that is what I thought, until I found out about the rare ones.
But before we do that, we need to figure out a place where we're gonna store all the villagers as we cure them. And I think the best bet is going to be to make a huge stone platform with cubbies and workstations so that... oh! Okay. Okay, thunderstorm. We gotta go. We gotta go. I was ready for this. Okay, Riptide. Where am I trying to go? Right here. Okay, coordinates. Minus 2,400, 400. Okay, this direction. There's the gas. We got our channeling trident ready. Please don't end. Please don't end. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Oh my gosh, I've been waiting so long for that achievement. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes, we have one more achievement on each category. And that's to stay in there for 20 days, which we're going to get automatically when we go to the world border. Yes, so to explain that a little better, that's a hidden optional super challenge, and I think it's optional because the creator knows how long that's gonna take. Anyways, back to the villagers. So the cubbies are finished, and now Chat and I decided that we wanted to start on the hardest villagers of all 7 biome types of nitwits. Once again, there are only 2 ways to get nitwits. The first is from villages, however, that will not work for the jungle and swamp ones, and the only way to get these guys is hoping to get lucky and have one naturally spawn as a zombie villager, which is way more rare than just getting a normal zombie villager. So because these guys are so rare, we're gonna make our spawning platforms better. And step 1 is to just make the area larger. Okay, so it's night. I hope we just get one. The problem is the world record guy for Blazing Caves spent several hours getting these guys, so we might be here for a while. My basic strat was to just fly up and down, cycling the spawns and hoping that I would get lucky. However, luck did not come as it soon became day. All right, I'm gonna actually build a huge slab roof so that we can just make sure it's dark down below. Then we can do this during the day as well. Ooh, we got one. Okay, it looks like a butcherer. Okay, there's a cartographer. Ooh, a weaponsmith and another. Dude, 4 zombie villagers in one night. This actually might not take that long. As it was becoming day, I even found a baby zombie villager swamp guy, which I saved because I'm pretty sure he's relatively rare. From there, I wanted to find a quicker way to cycle the mobs than using fireworks. So I went back to base and grabbed some materials to make a little water tube to walk backwards into and then hop off of, which worked perfectly with cycling everything more efficiently. At this point, all I had to do to get the swamp nitwit villager was to just sink some time into it. Oh, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. How do I get him in a boat? That's it. Yep. That's it. Good stuff. All right, let me get my mob switch on. We're gonna go cure him. Nice, let's go. And now we just gotta start curing this mister. Whoa, that is one weird looking villager. Let's bring him towards the cubbies, and there we go. That is 1 out of 105 villagers. This is gonna be tough, guys. Okay, I want to just get the other rare one out of the way, so let's just go to the jungle. I pretty much set up the exact larger platform, roof, and water tube before spending a long time waiting for the lucky spawn. That's honestly a good idea. Oh my goodness.
Hello there.
Oh! Oh! What the heck, bro? That was unexpected. Yo, we got one. Cure up. Okay, let's go. And you are coming with me. That is 2 done. Now for the snowy nitwit, not really that bad because they naturally spawn. 3 done. I also want to get some rails that are going to connect from the breeder over towards the cubbies so we can just move them easier like this. No, buddy. Okay, he's going to the end. Oops. Okay, well, that did not work out very well for him. All right, let's try that again. It is a taiga villager. Boom. Okay, drop into the cubby. Nice. As easy as that. And I want to make sure to stay as organized as possible because who knows, maybe later we'll put every villager type into a museum or something. Pretty much just got to go through and repeat the process of moving them in. Next nitwits are the plains and acacia, and finally the desert nitwit. So those really were not too bad. I am wondering though, how are we going to convert everybody into a zombie? Huh. All right, well, how about this? Let's first get the rest in, and then we'll worry about that in a bit. And now those are all the villagers we had, so I am gonna have to AFK this a little bit until we have some more. You know, it's the classic off-camera AFKing. So in the meantime, while we wait for some more, let's start on the enchantment super challenge. It's pretty self-explanatory. We need every enchantment and every level of enchantment. There are 125 in total. Now, I've done some planning for this one before, and I don't think it's as bad as you might initially expect, because I got this Google sheet here that as we collect each of the books, we just mark the book in red and then move on to the next. It's only going to take some time and, well, a lot of levels. And after a couple of hours of streaming this entire process, the final book I needed was Looting 1. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was so tedious. Oh! I spent like 2.5 hours trying to get that book. Wait, what is this book? Why does it have 91 pages? The creator of Blazing Caves did not just rickroll us. They only rickrolled me because I blurred the final word. You all are lucky. How about you thank me by liking the video? Good morning. Man, we are almost done. I won't get to say that anymore. But look at this. I AFK'd overnight, and we should certainly have enough villagers here to finish up. So I spent the morning streaming the tedious process of minecarting all 105 villagers into their cubbies. Then finally, after like 2 hours of this, we were ready. Okay, everybody, there are 2 achievements right now. Trade with every villager and cure every villager. If you didn't know, when you trade with a villager and turn it into a zombie, they actually won't despawn. And we gotta make sure that none of these guys disappear. So the first step before converting them is to trade with all of them. Dude, this is so satisfying knowing that every trade I do is counting closer to the super challenge. And this is the final villager. Oh man, here we go. Yes, that is another super challenge finished. Good stuff. But that was the easy one. Now we got to turn all of these guys into zombies. And I actually have an idea. I'm thinking we can run some baby zombies through here and they just kill all of them, which means we're going to have to get rid of the trapdoors we had to protect them. And yeah, probably the easiest way to get some zombies will be to take some babies. Yeah, this ain't going to be pretty, but it's going to be pretty necessary. So we'll bring them over here until it's night. Now let's go back to storage and get all the materials we'll need for a ton of weakness potions. Ooh, and some more apples to turn into gapples. Okay, so it's now night. Let's just get some zombies to turn these guys to the dark side. Oh man, I'm so sorry, but nice. There we go. We got the babies to start the zombie process. At this point, I was still streaming, and this was about to become my favorite part of the challenge so far. Release the babies! Everybody start chanting, release the babies! The few minutes that followed were chaotic, but also beautiful. They were magnificent, while also being full of destruction. There was much pocratudinousness. Terry, what does that mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for looking that up for me. With all the villagers finally turned into zombies, the last step was to cure them all. Now we just come in here and we throw all the potions. Wait a second, I think I can get like 6 villagers at once with a single weakness potion. That's actually so sick. And that is the last one. Now we just sit here, and as they begin to cure, this super challenge is gonna start to go up. There we go, 21, 22. Dude, this is so exciting. 25, 26, 31, 33, 43. Oh, wait a second. They've all converted and I haven't gotten it. That was kind of anticlimactic. Turns out I forgot the normal villagers without any jobs. So I got a few more, then repeated the same process. The final one is the normal swamp villager. And now we just convert this guy. And that was the final Infinity Stone. Wow. Dude, I am basically Thanos now. Well, not until we finish this pack. Then my hardcore world will be in perfect balance and harmony. So that was a pretty tough super to get out of the way. Now, I think it would be perfect to get the rest of the easy remaining ones, like Death from All, which is pretty clear in the name. Because this is the hardcore version of Blazing Caves, we just have to take a single hit from each of the 45 mobs. And okay, you know what? I have an idea. What if I say the word really quickly? Here we go. Montage. No. Pause. Stop the montage. Okay, I should have seen that one coming. Come on, man, just let me say the word, please. You know what? Okay, what if I say another word that's not it? It means the same thing. We're about to show all of the deaths in an assortment. Nope. Dang, that counts as well. And the last one is to get hit by the Ender Dragon, which, if you remembered it earlier, we already did that. So at this point, we're gonna give ourselves the achievement. Nice. Next quick little one is to float up 256 blocks with the levitation effect, which is super easy. We just take a shulker to the top of the beacon, get hit, and throw an Ender Pearl down, which is way more than 256 blocks. Boom, that is another super challenge finished. 1125 and the 7 optional ones, meaning we just have 19 to go. At this point, I would like to get all of the optionals out of the way. So before we do any more supers, it's time for the one we've all been waiting for.
I didn't even say it. Why was there a boom?
The optional achievement that I have been dreading.
Okay, that boom made a little more sense, but come on. Can you just let me say it, please? Bro, literally nobody's laughing. This is not funny.
Get 64 heavy cores. To understand how bad this achievement is, let's break it down. To get a single heavy core, it is a 7.5% chance from an ominous vault. That means you will, on average, need about 19 keys per heavy core, or 1,216 for 64. So it is going to be a ton of work. And as I began my journey for the cores, I went 25,000 blocks out in the world to ensure that I could be in new chunks where we would find enough chambers. You know what, guys? We cannot look at this as pain. We got to be optimistic. I'm actually kind of excited to just get a raid a bunch of these things. Look at that. We already got a god apple.
I was so oblivious.
Okay, so if we want to do this as quickly as possible, we got to learn the structures of these chambers so that I can just loot them as efficiently as possible. Okay, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I got this entire place and no heavy cores, so to the next one. No. Yes! Oh my gosh, that was only 16 keys to get. Honestly, what the heck? That was so fast. You know what? I am prepared to be here for 100 days if that's what it takes. Now to the third trial chamber. Even though we aren't getting constant heavy cores, we are getting some serious books, diamonds, gear, and stuff, so I'm not complaining. Fourth chamber. Dude, that wasn't even that long. What? 2 in a single chamber? What? All right, to the next chamber. Another, oh my gosh, we're at 4 now. So we're officially 1/16 of the way towards the achievement. Oh my gosh, heck yeah. Dude, I went like 50 vaults without getting one there. And by the end of the stream day, we had gotten a total of 7 cores. Okay, so tragic news. I was AFK at my trial chamber key farm to get more keys, and I was not recording when we got the year in-game achievement. That was the final stats achievement, meaning that whole category is now finished. But today, with all these keys, we are just gonna continue the search. 12 heavy cores now. Awesome. For anyone curious, this entire process was streamed, and if you like these sorts of grindy projects, you should totally come by and check it out. It's always fun to see new people in chat. Yo, that is 25. What the heck? 26? Dude, I just got 2 in a row. What? That is so lucky. Now, this is where I want to get everyone's opinion. The entire time I was streaming, there were people who told me to watch the item on the side of the vault and that I could guarantee get a heavy core. Now, it's a proven myth that that is just not true. Well, that's what I thought until I tested it out and got one on the first try. What the heck? Wait, was he right, chat? It actually worked. There's no way. That must have been luck. If we get it again, then I'll believe. There's no way that actually works. Wait. Oh, no. Okay. No. One more time. What the actual crap? However, after getting 3 in a row, I was not able to get it to work again consistently. It worked here and there, but not every time. So was I just extremely lucky? The odds of getting 3 heavy cores in a row is a 21 in 5,000 chance. Or does this method actually work and you just have to click quickly? So for the next couple of days, I streamed and opened vault after vault. The motivation of seeing the achievement kick in once I got all 64 was what helped keep me going. I knew that if I wanted to say I was one of the few people on Earth to actually complete Blazing Caves, I was going to need to put in the work. As I got closer to that magic number, the anticipation, the longing, the desire for 100% completion grew. Yes, that is 63. Oh my gosh, everybody. There is only one more core, and then we will be done. Any one of these vaults could be the one. The anticipation. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is the most intense. You know what we need? We need the black bars on top and bottom of the... Oh, there it is. Yes. Yes. Oh, let's go. GG's. 64. Oh my gosh. We did it. With that final core, that means every optional achievement in the adventure category is finished. It took over 100 in-game days and exactly 132 trial chambers to raid. If we just show one frame of every vault I opened at 60 FPS, it takes literally over 10 seconds of non-stop opening to show it off. And on that note, as I made my way back to base, now it was time to have some fun. Time to go through all the loot we got. Okay, so I just sorted it all. In total, we got 3.5 stacks of god apples. Bro, 9.5 stacks of diamonds, almost 3 stacks of flow armor trims, and 37 windburst books. Also, for some reason, I saved all the music discs. I really don't know why. But dude, finally, we have all these wind charges. Overall, that was an insane looting session and easily could have been its own video on its own, but heck yeah, man. At this point, I might even have more god apples than SB737. This is my stash, and I mean, bro, oh my gosh. All right, that was a long day. Tomorrow, I will see you all for a big one. It has already been 42 days. You are literally seeing a percentage of my life in this single video. Today, though, we are going to go to the world border. You see, there are several challenges for things like 666,000 blocks in the nether, 1,000,000 blocks in the overworld, and then, of course, the optional 30 million blocks to the world border. Now, I've actually been to the world border before in my Farlands video, and that took about 40 hours to travel there. But I have an idea on how we can get there much, much quicker. You see, remember our statistics category? Remember how we put 24 snow golems in there and that launched us 18,000 blocks? And then how we found that the more snow golems you add in, the more exponential it is? My thought is that we have like 100 snow golems in there, get launched way higher, and then just have a full inventory of elytras to get all the way there. So because this journey is going to take me several real life days, we got to be prepared. And I think all of these items should be good. Also, at the time of recording this, we're in 1.20, so ender pearls don't load chunks, meaning by having the classic fishing rod teleporting trick, we have a way to get home instantly. And we just have to hope that it doesn't break. All right, I think we're ready to go. So let's start with spawning the snow golems. That's 24, send them through. 48. Oh, how did they get out? I forgot to put the boat on top. Okay, so there are now about 400 baby slimes in there. That is way more than before, so this is gonna be insane. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of nervous about what's gonna happen. I really hope I don't die or get stuck out there. So I think we've had enough procrastination. Let's just do it. In 3, 2, 1. The sound... Oh my gosh, 20,000 blocks in 1 second. 60,000. Dude, we just crossed 100,000 blocks and aren't even slowing down. We're still going up 500,000 blocks in the air. What the actual heck is happening? Okay, finally, it looks like we're beginning to slow down at 650,000 blocks. Looks like this might be it. And the number is going to... Okay, hop off, hop off. There we go. Oh my gosh. Point at the right angle, 5.9 degrees downwards is the most efficient angle to fly forwards per block down. So now we just sit here until we are 3.75 million blocks out in the world. Ooh, wait, actually, we need a way to swap the elytras automatically whenever one breaks. And I found an auto swap feature within Tweakroot, which means if each elytra goes for about 25 minutes, I can leave my computer for about 10 hours safely without falling. I did some math and realized that I could fly to the world border quicker if I pointed 21 degrees downwards. And this would be okay because of how high up in the air we were. And because it was getting late in the day and all I had to do was wait, I went to bed. During the night, we hit some crazy milestones until finally in the morning, I woke up and saw.
All right, I just woke up. Let's see. No way. No, when did it pause? I got almost 2 million blocks. That's not bad.
So at some point the game paused. I have no idea how that happened, but wow, guys, look at that. It looks like we got a super challenge. Also, look at that. The entire nether category is done. We are just about down to one final elytra. I'm almost 3 million blocks out, so we got 750k to go. Once I get down to this final elytra, I'm gonna just be pointing downwards because I'm still 55,000 blocks up. It was at this point that I thought this has probably gotta be the world record for the farthest elytra flight without fireworks, right? Exactly 3,037,101 blocks. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we are almost there, but just before we finish, I kind of want to go to the overworld now because there should be a nice little achievement waiting for us. The Devil's Distance. Wow, and look at that. We are currently 24 million blocks out in the world. Kind of a crazy thought that this cave will never be seen again by human eyes. And after just a couple more hours, finally, I had arrived at 3.75 million blocks out in the world. It is day 15,559. I have been traveling for about 30 hours, but we are here. And as I built the portal to the overworld, the excitement to once again see the border grew. All of the time, the effort to get here was finally about to pay off. Here we go. We should be able to see it. Please don't crash. Please. There it is. Achievement? Yes! Oh, I did it! Oh my gosh. Travel all the way to the world border. Oh, it's called Farlander. I got stone from the Farlands, a preserved piece of stone from the lands that existed before beta 1.8. That marked the completion of quite possibly the hardest super challenge, and it felt perfect.
It felt perfect, except for the fact that there was one more optional achievement that I knew would be far, far worse than anything we had done prior to this.
What do you all say it's time to go fishing? Let's go! That actually worked! Awesome! This video has taken well over a month to record, but I believe we can officially say that we are in the home stretch. I cannot wait, but also it's gonna be a little sad to be done. With only super challenges left, I looked through all of them and figured that the next best one to work on would be the telescopic achievement for looking at every mob in the game with a telescope from over 25 blocks away. With 3 out of 79 completed, I crafted a new spyglass and then began by going outside of my nuclear base and looking at all of the surrounding mobs. So those were all the animals from before. We are at 24 now. The Piglin, Creeper, Strider, Magma Cube, Iron Golem, Frog, and Zombies from earlier. Skeletons, that's 37 done. Fortress mobs, Piglin Brute, Guardian, Elder Guardian. Crazy coincidence that as I was getting home, I looked up how to make a speedrunner portal, and the second I did, RecRap joined the stream. So I looked like a pro in front of the speedrunner pro, but I had no idea what I was doing. Hoglin, Zoglin, Llama, Horse, Mule, Phantom, all of these mobs in the nuclear base. Endermite. Oh my gosh, Endermite already. Please, bro. Raw rabbit. What the heck is wrong with a normal rabbit? A tadpole, raid mobs, wither, and breeze. Wow, that was a lot. As you can see, we need 2 more mobs to finish the super challenge. I can't believe this, guys. The Ender Dragon, which I actually already looked at in the past, so technically we don't really need that one, but the Wandering Trader. I friggin' knew it. I knew I should have checked if there were any more Wandering Trader achievements left. So desperate, afraid, and cold. I have no idea what the cold has to do with anything. I knew that there was one person who could help me with getting the Wandering Trader. Well, it looks like we gotta build a Wandering Trader farm, because apparently those exist. I speedily collected all the items required. It's a simple farm, so it really didn't take that long. Then I went outside of the Emerald Beacon to begin building it. Apparently, over the ocean, you get the best rates. So the first thing we gotta do is make a giant stone platform. This gives better odds to spawn Wandy T on. The center is just a little water chamber that pushes them into the nether where they get stored for later. Overall, it's a pretty simple farm that took me just about an hour. And now we gotta just sit here and wait for Wandy T. This could take minutes, hours, days. I have no idea, so we're just gonna go overnight. Gosh, I just woke up. I did not sleep well. Frickin' fire alarm went off again. But let's see how this thing did. Please say there's at least one wandering trader. Oh, so we have our wandering traders. If you didn't know, these guys despawn when loaded after about an hour. And unfortunately, there is no way to prevent this. Not name tags, boats, looking at them nonstop, nothing. And there are a few achievements that involve these guys. So let's just get everything related to them out of the way before they despawn. First up, look at him with a spyglass. Nice. That's it. Next, we have to kill every mob in the nether and every mob again in the end dimension. And then we have to kill every mob with splash and lingering potions. So I know this sounds bad, but I have an idea that we can multitask these. If we kill every mob in the nether with, say, splash potions, then every mob in the end with lingering potions, that's going to help us stay a little bit more organized and get through everything quicker. That means, unfortunately, Mr. Wandy T, yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. But yes, look at that. We got the Wandy T to count for both of those. Very quickly, the final Wandering Trader achievement for the rest of this pack is to kill him in the end with a lingering potion. Nice. So Wandering Trader is fully done for the rest of Blazing Caves. That is fantastic. And now is going to be a good time to give myself the telescopic achievement, because again, the last one was the Ender Dragon, which we have already got. Just before officially working on the 4 achievements that scare me the most, I wanted to get the final easy ones out of the way. There were 2 more optional achievements for making bundles, because at this point, bundles had not officially been added to the game. So I installed a data pack, which allowed me to craft them. Wow. Okay, well, there we go. That is the first ever bundle I have seen in my hardcore world, and the 9th optional achievement. The 10th optional achievement is called Fractal, where we have to put 16 bundles inside of each other. So I'm gonna just make a bunch of bundles. Sweet. And then I guess we just start combining them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And that is the 10th optional finished. Now we just have one final optional achievement, which we will be saving for last because it is definitely the hardest achievement of the entire pack. And then the remaining super challenges. As I explained earlier, we will need to move every mob in the game to the nether and then kill them all there with splash potions. This will take a long time. So first things first, I want to just brew a crap ton of splash potions to make this process as easy as possible. And these are going to be the level 2 harming potions so that they do extra damage. I still don't know why I do everything automatically. Maybe we'll build something for a future video. So how do we go about this? All right, well, how about let's start with just killing whatever mobs are already in the nether. Like these trader llamas. I am sorry, guys. Okay, maybe this won't be as bad as I thought. At least until we get to the harder mobs, I bet. The Strider is not that bad. Oh, wait a second. Harming potions won't work for every mob like the undead ones. So for these guys, we're gonna need to make some healing potions because it's the opposite. Skeleton Horse, the skeletons, Froggo. Oh, okay, whoa. He does not want to die. I mean, I can't blame him, neither do I. The Enderman, and the strat I've found is to damage them a lot with poison first so that we can save the potions by just using one. What? Wait, does the Enderman count as an undead mob? Is it because he's in the boat? No, it's no way. Is it because potions are a projectile? So you can poison Endermen, but you can't kill them with a splash potion. Yeah, look at that. The achievement doesn't even require you to kill an Enderman. That is so crazy, dude. All right, you better believe this next one. I'm so sorry. The Pig, Magma Cube, Creeper, Piglin, Drowned, and Chicken. Man, honestly, this whole achievement isn't as bad as I expected it to be. The whole time leading up to it, I sort of expected it to be grindy, tedious, and horrible, but we're making good progress. All right, next up, the Hoglin. Now another Hoglin to the overworld. Let him convert and bring him back. Nice. I was on a call with some friends while doing this, and we all know that this is a no-no bad word to say. Well, all of us except for JV.
On the highway to hell.
Whoa, JV! Language!
HE double hockey stick, HE double hockey stick.
So anyways, those were pretty much all the nether mobs we had. Now we got to do a little more work by bringing the mobs from other dimensions, like the slime and the spider. Okay, honestly, it's really not even that bad bringing them. It's just tedious. We're about 30 mobs killed in the nether already. Now, unfortunately, I'm looking at all our mobs here in base and that portal right there. I mean, this is kind of a necessary evil if you think about it. Llama, Snow Golem, Endermite, Ghast, a Polar Bear, Phantom, which is an undead mob, so healing potions, Blaze, Piglin Brute, get in the boat. Thank you. Now it's time to die. Now the aquatic mob, starting with a blue axolotl. Okay, I just ran out of potions. Gotta go brew some more. Tropical fish, which I know we have a coral reef just past the castle base. And easy. You know what isn't easy though? Is killing the Warden in the nether. Yeah, I think we should get that one out of the way, but my thought is we can use the Warden tube we made earlier. Okay, actually, there is still a Warden here. And that's going to get these splash potions out of the way. Might as well, right? Because that's just a tricky one. Now we just got to kill him in the nether. So we're going to summon another, and he's going up. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, how do we get him into a portal? Dude, no. So at the top of the tube, we can make a little dirt path and a portal that the Warden will follow me into. Then if we go to the ceiling and link all this up properly, when he goes through, he's going to end up on the nether roof where hopefully we can safely kill him. So the moment of truth. Will this work? And will I be crowned as a genius smarter than Albert Einstein? Or will it terrifically fail, causing me to die? One way to find out. All right, come on over, buddy. Okay, he's going. And there we go, up in the water. Now we got to get onto the path before he pops up. Come on, any second. Yes, shoot the Warden. He's coming. Yes, okay, through the portal. That is perfect. Come on. Now we go through our other portal and pray they don't link to each other. Because if they do, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. All right. He is angry. Build up. I think we should be fine now. Now we just got to bow this goober until he dies. And we're going to have the nether Warden killed. Nice. All right, so what's also awesome is that killing the Warden in the end is going to be even easier, because a few years ago when we captured every mob out there, that included the Warden. Now, unfortunately, as I was trimming my world's chunks one day to save storage, I accidentally deleted the museum he was in, basically meaning he just fell onto the island out there and is literally still there. So we can easily kill the Warden in the end, but I want to make sure to do it with lingering potions to also count towards that achievement. So we just got to poison him to half a heart first. Oh my gosh, finally. Okay, he seems to be done taking damage. Let's go. All Warden achievements for the rest of the video are done. Thank goodness. That is a huge relief. Next up, we got to kill all the raid mobs. So I linked some portals to the village from earlier before starting to move the mobs one at a time. Firstly, the witch, and thankfully we killed her earlier with potion, so this is just easy enough. Pillager with a potion, the vindicator, and okay, there we go. That is 61 already. Now the ravager, which is easy. Man, I seriously overestimated this achievement. I'm hoping that the end one is also pretty easy. Next, to kill the evoker. There we go. Cool. So those were some dangerous mobs. Let's do something a little easier like El Villager, and then we can pick up a rabbit on the way. Goodbye. 65 out of 77. Let's go. Doggo, I am so sorry. You have been a good boy. The shulker, which we got from our raid farm, a guardian, which isn't too bad, a bogged, ocelot, parrot, tadpole, which we just gotta wait for these to hatch, and we got. Looks like we need a bat, and actually we still got the one from the Animal Kingdom achievement, so we should just be able to make a portal here, then block everything off, so that when he goes through, he doesn't escape. Nice. Okay, wow, that was actually really easy. I kind of expected the bat to be one of the worst. The breeze, oh man, my aim. Oh, bro. Okay, thank you. Silverfish, which we can get through infested potions, simple as that. Cave spider, and a cool little fact, poison potions don't work on them, but there we go, you are dead. Now that we got the tadpoles, just kill them, and there we go. Just 2 more mobs, and we get the achievement.
I cannot overstate how much time all of this took. Seriously, you just watched a montage of hours of my life. But finally, the ending was in sight.
So the dolphin, which we can just build a portal in the water and he's through. Yep, there we go. He is dead. Let me just kill the wither with potions so that the final one for both is just the allays. After spawning some more withers at our farm, I waited for them to be low enough to chuck some healing potions on them, which easily got me the kill. All right, so we're just gonna boat them up and bring them to the nether. Okay, everybody, this is it. This is how legends are made. All right, so these guys have high regen, so we gotta start by poisoning them, then harming, a few harming. Yeah! Oh yeah! Look at that. Oh, yes. Whoa. Back in Black by AC/DC and the Potion Master's Diploma. That is so awesome. Let's go. Man, I won't lie, this is feeling a bit unreal to be this close to finishing Blazing Caves. There are only 4 more super challenges and 1 more optional achievement. So Endergeddon and killing every mob with lingering potions. This is gonna be pretty similar, so we're gonna go through it a little quicker. Firstly, I brewed a frick ton of lingering potions to make this process as easy as possible. Then just started with all the mobs, which can be manually moved, like the bucket mobs, snow golem, endermite, and iron golem. All the rideable mobs. Probably just gonna get several mobs at once so that we can save the potions more efficiently. Nice. Oh my goodness. Oh, the noises are insane. I think honestly, we just finish all this up with 1 final. Dang. Man, as soon as I say the word, it's gonna skip. Is everyone ready? Come on. We gotta summon another raid in the end for all the raid mobs. Here we are, getting close to the end. And going through all these remaining mobs, I knew that the final moment of Blazing Caves was coming closer. I had expected these last few achievements to take me weeks, but as I worked through everything, I realized that what I had worried about for the entire 46 days leading up to this moment was for nothing. These achievements were not only easier than expected, but also just plain fun to complete. And I don't want to get too cheesy, but it's literally a life lesson that worrying about something which hasn't even happened yet will not help you at all. It's all about taking life one day at a time and not stressing about something way in the future. Well, it has been a day. It was a ton of work killing all the mobs in the end and with lingering potions, but we have just 1 more, the dolphin. And I already set everything up so that when the water drains out, he will fall into the end. There we go, dolphin's in the end. Come on. Yes! Biological warfare. Yes! W's. And at this point, the last mob we need for the Endergeddon achievement is just the Ender Dragon, which we've already killed 20 times on the copy world. So let me go ahead and grant it to myself. This was it. The final achievements. And they are the riddle, the super challenges milestone, which we get by finishing the riddle, the final optional achievement, and then the Blazing Caves advancement legend, which is given to you once you finish everything. This really is it. So what are we gonna do? Well, because the optional achievement is, well, optional, if we finished the riddle one before it, then the game would say that we beat the pack. So we're gonna do the optional one first. And now it's time to explain it. This is the single hardest achievement in all of Blazing Caves. The entire video has been building to this moment. 47 days, 2 states, hundreds of hours, so much effort has been leading up to this moment. And it's called Good Luck Getting This One. It's an end category achievement stating kill a baby turtle, a witch, a phantom, elder guardian, and a piglin brute with 1 piercing arrow in the end dimension. The baby turtle takes 3 days of waiting for a turtle egg to hatch. And then when they do, they are just 4 pixels wide, meaning to shoot the turtle and all the other mobs, your aim must be perfect. Not to mention, the baby turtle will grow up after 20 minutes, meaning that is your window to get the achievement. The witch, you cannot pre-damage her because she'll just heal up. So that raises the question, how do we kill her with a single arrow? It will not do enough damage. And don't worry, that's that's not even the worst part. The Phantom spawns after 3 days of not sleeping, and it's an undead mob, meaning you can't just poison it to half a heart. The Elder Guardian is just plain annoying because we have to get it to the end dimension, and the entire time we will have mining fatigue. But all of these mobs pale in comparison to the final one, the Piglin Brute. Not only does this do a stupid amount of damage, but they have a crap ton of health and will convert into a zombified Piglin in 15 seconds after leaving the nether. This means we have to trap all the mobs, somehow damage them, somehow line myself up pixel perfect, shoot the arrow, and do it all within 15 seconds of leaving the nether. There is a reason why this achievement is called good luck, because we will certainly need it. The existential dread I felt when looking at the details was similar to the time I backed the truck up into my friend's car and had to figure out how to tell him. I knew that if I didn't go into it with a game plan, there was a 0% chance of survival. So I spent about 8 hours on a creative world testing, designing, and building a machine that could reliably grant the achievement. Even after all the trials, what I came up with only has about a 60% reliability factor, meaning there is a solid chance that we build this machine, capture all the mobs, and attempt the achievement only to fail and have to do it all over again. However, if I want to be one of the few people to ever complete this pack, those are odds I must accept. And so, everybody, we should collect the items for the machine. And the first item is about 3 stacks of obsidian, some redstone torches, water, some glass panes, comparators, repeaters, sticky pistons, block of redstone, oak fences, oak trapdoors, stone soul sand, 1 stone button, some kelp, and ender pearls. Here's how the machine works. Every mob gets precisely lined up from top to bottom. We have this button here, which when pressed teleports me up top. Then I run over to this corner and wait a second for that piston to retract, at which point I shoot the arrow and just pray it kills all the mobs. So at this point, we have nothing to do except to get the mobs. And I think the easiest to start with is probably going to be the Phantom. All right, nice. There we go. Time to get him into a boat and to the end. Now, we just got to get the Phantom right here, which by releasing him inside of this little box, we can minecart him, and boom, that is the Phantom in place. We still got to figure out how to damage him down to half a heart, but I think that's okay. We can do that later. Now for the witch, which look over here. We still got the raid going on, so I'm gonna just steal one and bring her to the end. Nice. Now we just got to get her up into her little chamber. Yeah, she does a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, dude. 1 heart. Okay, she's blocked in. Break that. And now, holy cow, that is her place. Yes. All right, now let's move on to the Piglin Brute. Okay, so as soon as I release this guy, he should come after me. And I believe this tunnel. Yup. Here he comes. Okay. This is going. Oh, shoot. This is actually a great strat, just blocking the brute whenever I need to take a break. Okay, cool. So we're going to get him all the way over towards our portal, which for now, we're just going to leave him here until we are ready to go for the achievement. Now, to get the baby turtles ready, I bred the turtles at our base, mined up the eggs, and placed them on a little patch of sand in the end to begin hatching. With 4 of the 5 mobs ready, progress was looking fantastic. However, the final mob is the Elder Guardian, and this is not going to be easy. Good morning, everyone. Today is the final day. I am about to start stream, and I believe that with just collecting this 1 Elder Guardian and the final achievement, we should be able to finish Blazing Caves today. Here we go. Morgan, this is the final time. Are you still there?
Yes, of course I am. So, step 1 is to set up a nether portal inside of an ocean monument.
So, what we need to do first is trap this guy. Perfect. Now we're gonna drain the room. Go. Yes. Okay, my plan is working. Let's go. Now drink the milk and set up the nether portal. Sweet. Literally, this plan is going perfectly. I can't be stopped. I mean, yeah, as long as you have a good strategy, just going through these tough achievements really is not that bad. But there we go. Nice. Now the portal should link.
Next, get the Elder Guardian into the nether.
No. Okay, he took a little bit of damage, but he's through. I think we're okay. And for good luck, I'm gonna call you Puppy. Seriously, I don't know why chat wanted me to do that.
Next, set up a rail that connects the 2 portals.
Come on, Puppy. It is time to go. Move it. Literally, look at this. Here he comes. Oh my gosh. And through the portal, let's see. No more damage. No. Okay, cool. So, how do we get you to the end? All right, maybe let's first just break the portal to simplify stuff. So, chat also told me to make some regen potions because he took the damage, which honestly was a great idea. All right, I am gonna break the minecart and he should go to the end. Let's pray. In 3, 2, 1. Exactly right. Awesome. And I already blocked off the end portal side, so he can't get out. Now we get some rails and get him into a minecart. No, no, what do I do? No, no, what do I do? Yeah, chat had no idea either. Okay, blocks. Let's just start blocking. Come on, guys, we're gonna block him off. Okay, please, buddy, do not die. Do not die. Yes, there we go. He's contained. And now we can just start making this area smaller and smaller. Okay, perfect. Shoot. Oh no, why is he suffocating? I can't. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Wait. What do I do? What do I do? I could put another minecart down. Push him out. Please, push him. Water. Do I have water? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, thank you. Now, water, push him. Yes, go. He's almost in. Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh my. Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but we got the Elder Guardian in, meaning the final mob we needed was a baby turtle. And while we waited for them to hatch, we could prepare a little bit. Guys, if this works first try, I'm gonna be so happy. Okay, so I think we need to get some god apples. And yeah, we're gonna be using these for the brute. Speaking of which, I think we should damage him down to half a heart along with the other mobs so that the arrow kills them. Same thing with the Elder Guardian. The witch is a little different. The piston that pulls out has a dripstone attached that's gonna fall onto her just before we shoot the arrow. It's at the perfect height that she should be at 1 heart, and as long as we shoot the arrow before she heals, then it should kill her. And the Phantom is a little different to get to half a heart because we can't use the poisons. I tested on creative that if you hit a Phantom twice with a diamond axe and then once with your fist, it's gonna get it down to half a heart. Just like that, everything should be ready. We just have to poison the baby turtles as soon as they hatch. Wow. Guys, all we have to do is wait. I'm not even gonna lie, I am kind of in shock with how much we did for this video. And it is all coming down to this one moment. Oh, you know what? We should also get the perfect crossbow out. All right, nice. And now as we wait for the turtles to hatch, I think this is gonna be a good time to finally take a look at the Riddle Me This achievement. Okay, so it looks like there are 10 steps to this one. The first riddle is to smith a compass that vanishes. I mean, that either has to be a lodestone compass or a recovery compass, right? Okay, wait a second. Why did that not work? Wait, can you put Curse of Vanishing on a compass? Surely not, right? What? That works? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, look at that. The first line is complete. Oh my gosh, this is so sick. So we got to do all the riddles, and then I'm assuming once we do, we're going to get the super challenge. That's actually such a cool idea. The second is to slay a corpse that fishes. All right, that has totally got to be a drowned with a rod, right? Let's see. Let me just go to the drowned farm. All right, did we get a drowned with a rod? We did. Okay, and yes, second line complete. Third is to travel on an upside down steed. Okay. I mean, that one's just obvious. Third line complete. The fourth is to take a temple tripwire into account. Let me make my way over to a jungle temple. And if we shear the tripwires, will that work? No. Huh. Okay. Oh, there we go. Fourth line complete. All right. Have our turtles hatched yet? No. Okay. Well then, line 5. The fifth is to be invisible, yet visible everywhere. What could that even mean? Visible, be invisible. Oh, wait. Okay. So that's definitely an invisibility potion. And visible has got to be the glowing effect. Yes. All right. That's got to be it. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay. I missed. Again. And there we go. Sweet. The sixth is to return the product of a fowl in midair. And I'm going to be totally honest. I had no idea what that one meant, but chat told me to hit a chicken with an egg as it was falling. Yo, there we go. Okay, cool. The seventh is to allow a child to commit the act of stealing. Okay. I mean, this has got to be giving a baby Piglin gold or something. Yep. Okay. That was pretty easy. All right. We're almost done. The eighth 8th is to smite a wither with splash healing. I wonder what that wants me to do. The 9th is to be a pirate, parrot, spyglass, map, and boat. Okay. This is a little confusing, but I think I have an idea. Firstly, have our turtles hatched? Nope. Okay. So I think what this wants me to do is to get a parrot, hop in a boat with it on my shoulder, and then have a map in my hand and a spyglass in the other. Do I have to look through it? Okay. You know what? Maybe I have to be in the water, and also let's try it with the buried treasure. Here we go. Yes. Okay, there we go. The 9th line complete. Just one more. Look at this. I got an item called the 10th parchment. Place 1,000 warped buttons to number 1,000. For this was the 1,000th item added to the game, like how this is the 1,000th advancement added to the pack. Whoa, dude. So, okay, I think if we place 1,000 buttons, we're gonna get the final achievement. So here we go, crafting all 1,000. And as we wait for the turtles, I'll go ahead and start placing them. There we go. 999 buttons have been placed. If I place one more button, the super challenge will be completed, which will finish the super challenge milestone, which will beat Blazing Caves. However, we won't place this until after we get the good luck getting this one achievement. Once we get that, I will right away place the button, which will finish the pack, finally. Now, literally the last thing to do is to just wait for the turtles to hatch. I will see you all when that happens. Oh, that's it. Oh my gosh. We have 20 minutes before they grow up. We gotta be quick. Boat and lead. Come on. Now we gotta get to the end portal. In the end. All right, now let's bring them up to spot. So in the machine I designed, we have to break these blocks and push the turtle into the corner of this connecting glass pane, then place a fence on top. And this makes it so that the baby turtle is perfectly lined up. And then we can shoot the arrow through the tiny gap. As it goes down, it's gonna pierce every single mob, killing them and hopefully giving us the achievement. Okay, just poison the turtle. Everything should be ready. At this point, my nerves were going haywire. Everything was set. This was it. I had wanted to beat Blazing Caves for over a year since the day I heard about it for the first time, and it seemed that it might actually happen. 48 days, hundreds of hours, all of the planning, the recording, the editing, the good moments, the rough moments, the help along the way, the breaks, the chat's input, our successes. Yes! Yes! Our failures. I just lost the apple again, dude. Everything had built to right here. With 4 million concurrent viewers, all of the pressure was on me. I'm just kidding. It was like 2,000 people. But still, this was the make or break moment. As I prepared mentally, thinking back to everything made me emotional. The journey was about to end. Only if I could execute this properly. It would all come down to skill, but most importantly, some luck. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so nervous. The crossbow is pulled back. Enchanted apples are ready. The mobs are all on half a heart. Ender pearl is in place. Dripstone is in position. We have the final warped button ready. Here we go. The witch didn't die. How does that even happen? Seriously, how are you supposed to get this achievement? Failure after all of that setup. I would have to repeat everything again. As I checked the replay to see what happened, apparently the arrow just didn't do enough damage to the witch. This is exactly what I meant by luck. We just didn't get that lucky. So I've spent many hours setting it all up again, praying that it would not happen again. As I previously mentioned, I just want to remind you all that this entire world is available on my Patreon, along with my custom texture packs, other worlds, schematics, and private Discord, and more. Seriously, thank you to all my Patreon members. It helps me out a ton with running the channel. And then finally, after spending a few hours setting it all up, the moment came. Man, I am supposed to be excited, but if this doesn't work, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. I just want to be done, but we're so close, and I know we can get it done today. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. We did nothing differently. Failure again. What the heck happened? Why did it work on the creative world, but not here? And as I looked to see what happened, it was unbelievable. The Ender Pearl, as it was used, had the 1 in 20 chance of spawning an Endermite, which as I left the boat, the Endermite was picked up in the boat, which shifted the Piglin brute forward just a couple of pixels. However, that movement was enough to mean the arrow would no longer hit the Piglin and kill it. I lost the achievement for a third time, literally because of a 1 in 20 chance. To say this was annoying would be a monumental understatement. I was destroyed. This felt intentional. It felt like someone was purposefully trying to stop me from finishing Blazing Caves. And I knew that because I had already been streaming for 7 hours straight, that I only had time for one more attempt. One final attempt to beat this pack, or we would have to quit and do it another time. So as I once again spent hours getting new mobs, I only hoped that another Endermite would not spawn. I hoped that the arrow would pierce properly. I hoped that this would be it. With all these thoughts racing through my head, it was time for the last attempt. All right, Gapple, let's get going. We're gonna get this. Drop in, hop out of the boat, press the button, switch over. Yes! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Blazing Caves is beaten! Yes! Oh my gosh! We did it! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I wasn't recording. I'm just kidding. I was recording. Oh my gosh! Yes! Oh yes! There it is. Good luck getting this one. Oh my gosh. And just like that, the final chapter of Blazing Caves is complete. All 1,155 achievements beaten. And all I got was this lousy t-shirt, which we will put in the chest of every item reward I got. Now I can rest.